Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Louisa Lions playoff football. I'm Tommy Nelson, Dickie Purcell, Byron Melhalf. Guys, it's Friday Night Lights at its finest.
That's right, Tommy, and we Mills Godwin about 11 weeks ago. I think all the Louisa fans were just waiting for the end of the season for the playoffs to start, and Louisa went through that 10-0 season just like pretty much everybody expected. And now we're down to the nitty-gritty, Brian.
One season is over. One season's getting ready to start.
Yep.
And we can say, just like we said before game one, everybody who's undefeated, Louisa still is. So.
Yep.
And Dickie, this is an old Battlefield District game, you might think of it, between Caroline and Louisa.
That's right, Tommy. Had some battles on the gridiron, had a lot of battles on that basketball court when Fitzgerald Bonds was coaching Louisa, and the Reverend
Underwood.
Underwood was coaching Caroline. We got to see which coach was going to dance at the end of the ball game.
Had a lot of Barnes burners.
That's right. We sure did.
Yeah.
We sure did.
Well, we come into this, Byron. All you've been able to do is to maybe scout them, look at some film.
Yep.
How prepared can you get in a week's time?
Well, the one good thing now, Tommy, about scouting is that they have so much film available to them to see, okay? So they can watch almost as much as they want to. And obviously, you can talk to other coaches, that type of thing. So they've got a pretty good idea as to what Caroline is going to want to do. And from talking with Coach Patrick the other day, what he said was they like to throw the ball around the schoolyard a little bit. They're a throwing team. So, and we know they're a very talented team, a very athletic team.
And, Dickie, they've got some size for once, too, to go with a rollout left-handed quarterback.
Yeah, and that rollout left-handed quarterback has caused Louisa some problems. That first game against Godwin, they had a rollout quarterback that caused some problems for Louisa. We just have to see what kind of happens tonight, and we kind of understand that one Louisa starter may be a little doubtful. I think he can play, but we just have to see how the game goes as how much Carter plays tonight.
How important is the first possession in a playoff game?
Well, I think, any game really for that matter, but playoffs in particular, you want to come out and set the tone of the game, okay? You need to try to get some things established. And we've talked about this, throughout the season, that there are probably some things offensively that we haven't even seen yet, okay? And that's not to say we'll see them tonight, but the caliber of competition is ramping up. There's no question about that. So Louisa may have to turn a page or two in the playbook, but it comes down to the line of scrimmage, Tommy. Who controls the offensive and defensive lines of scrimmage, and that's the team that is going to have the best shot to win this football game.
And, Tommy, the other games in the region, 4 games tonight in this region. Hanover is playing Dinwiddie tonight. Caroline and Louisa. Louisa's the 2 seed. Dinwiddie's the 1 seed. Huguenot's playing Spotsylvania. Huguenot is the 3 seed. Spotsylvania is the 6 seed. Verano's playing Cortland. Verona is the 4 seed. Cortland is the 5 seed. And I don't think it's any doubt that in Division 4, probably maybe the best 4 teams in the state are in this region.
Right. Yeah, I think if you were a Las Vegas type of guy, that it might be a safe bet to say that the state champion, in all likelihood, odds are that it would come out of this region. So,
yeah, you've got 2 teams with something to prove right now. And being put in this particular region this year, Louisa got a bad shake on that, in my opinion. But now this year, this game, because of against the better teams in the area, he saved some people late in the season to have them healthy.
Yeah. And, I think everybody kind of figured, Tommy, when we got into Jefferson District, Louisa was going to roll through Jefferson District, and they rolled through it. The only game really that was very competitive of all was the game of Western Albemarle.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And what kind of quarterback did they have?
They had a quarterback who could throw the football, and also they had Hyder not playing that night, and Carter got hurt in the first half.
Right.
And that really opened things up for Western to throw the ball in the second half.
Yeah, and he rolled it a little bit on his too.
Right,
So.
right.
Byron, defensively, what have the Lions got to do against the Cavaliers?
Well, I think the main thing is that you've got to contain as best you can their quarterback. You've got to put some pressure on him, but you've got to do it in a way where it's not going to be good enough just to rush him up the middle of the field and let him escape to the outside, because he's still capable of throwing the ball or running the ball. I mean, looking at his stats for the season, he had 13 passing TDs and 12 rushing TDs. So he can hurt you with his legs. So they've got to contain him, and then just as importantly, they've got to play sound football on the back end defensively, because if he has time back there, even if he doesn't escape the pocket, if he has time to throw, they've got to cover up those receivers so guys are not running free.
And Dickie, what offensively for Louisa has got to be clicking tonight?
Well, I think Louisa is very two-dimensional now on offense. They got Hyder to run the football, but Wilson can also run the football. Creasy can run the football, and Louisa's gotten to where they can throw the football as well now. They're not a team that you can just put 8, 9 in the box and say we're going to stop the run, because they can hurt you throwing the football. And I think the fact that Wilson has become such a better runner as the season goes on, he can now fake the ball to Hyder. Everybody's keying on Hyder. Wilson keep it himself and hurt you.
Yeah, and we talked about that last week, that he has a capability. Normally when you say, well, a quarterback is a good runner, you're pretty much thinking they're running the ball to the outside. Okay, Wilson has had a lot of success. We said this last week, running the ball between the tackles. He's a good, solid, strong kid, and he is not afraid to put his head down and take it up inside. He's a very, very capable runner going up inside. And the other thing, Tommy, and you hit on this the last couple games, there's been some other of the Louisa players that have really stepped up as far as they're being targets passing-wise for Wilson to throw to.
Yeah, you look at the Nelson boys or some, and then you also look at last week, Carson Lawrence had a great TD pass.
Right.
Yep.
Thrown his way.
Right. So I don't think there's any question that Louisa's going to face a very capable and a very athletic team tonight, a team that can put points on the scoreboard. And so they're going to have to be ready to play. They're going to have to play mistake-free football. They can't make the dumb penalties, Tommy. They can't do the after the play, lost my cool kind of penalties. They can't have that stuff tonight.
All right, and you were talking about plays that we haven't seen yet. We at one time, last week before last, Louisa had 3 quarterbacks in the game at the same time. Jaheim Jackson, you can't forget what he did a few years ago before Hyder and Carter got here too, and how he helped Louisa to win that Jefferson District that year. They've got to have something in the playbook going to him even when he's rolling out, and pitch it back to him, and then maybe even throw it to Wilson and all. But there are plays, as you said, that we haven't seen from the playbook yet.
Yeah, and I think there may be some formations that Louisa hadn't even shown this year that they've been working on in practice. I'm sure they got stuff in practice that they worked on in practice that you haven't shown in the ball game. You don't show it if you don't need to show it. You keep it for a ball game when you do need it, and the other team hasn't seen it.
Yeah, when you get to this point in the season, it can become a little bit of a chess match.
Right.
Okay, well, what are we going to do, and what are they expecting us to do? And if we think that's what they think we're going to do, then we're going to maybe do something else. And so all that stuff is going on. But you know something, Tommy, then it gets back to what do we do well? What are we good at? And let's just do it until they stop us. And if they stop us, then we'll turn the page in the playbook if we need to. But I don't know. I mean, you think sometimes they're going to come out and maybe the first play they're going to run something that maybe to catch the other team by surprise. But the other side of that coin is let's just go do what we do.
Yeah, ride the horse you came with.
Exactly.
And that's one thing. Coming back to the defense now, Odin Erickson has had a great first year here at Louisa Dickey, and he's back healthy this week too.
Yep. The only guy that, so we have heard, it is limited or may not play much at all or may not play is Carter from that blow that he took to the hip, the helmet to the hip.
Right.
Yep.
You look over their roster, and Dazier Carter, Donovan Nelson, Dustin Nelson, Aiden Shaw, Savion Hyder, Odin Erickson, Levi Wilson, Lavertrell Creasy, and Jaheim Jackson, and Tyson. These guys have been used all year long, and they're very versatile and offensive-minded. What can they do other than what they've been doing? I'm with Byron. Go out and just play your game the way you've been doing all year long. Too many times in baseball, even when it comes to the playoff, you change everything.
You change the batting order, you change your pitching rotation a little bit, and sometimes you just gotta, as you said, dance with who you came with, right?
Yeah, what was when Houchins was running the ball? What'd you always say, Dickie?
You ride that horse, Tommy.
Ride the horse you
got
came
that,
in on.
If you got that horse, you ride him.
And I'm just hoping that Hyder has got his Garmin set tonight.
Oh, I think Hyder's going to be ready to go.
So that he can sit there, and when he gets to that hole, decide left or right off the bat.
All right, we're getting ready for the national anthem. All right. How about that beautiful rendition of God Bless America?
Yep.
Yes.
And guys,
yes,
I see number 8 down here. Creasy's number with no shoulder pads. To the flag, United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And now, the national anthem, sung by members of the LCHS chorus.
All right. They completed the Pledge of Allegiance, God Bless America, and our national anthem.
Yep. Beautifully done. The ROTC walking out at the 50-yard line. And they're getting ready to march off the field.
So, guys, Caroline comes in here tonight with a record of 8 wins and 2 losses. Looking back through their schedule, they one common opponent that Louisa had with Caroline was Cortland. And Cortland actually beat Caroline by a score of 28-21. And then I think Caroline lost their last regular season game to Culpeper just last week. But they did beat Spotsylvania, so another playoff team. And Caroline beat them by a score of 22-12 during the season. So very, very capable team in the Caroline Cavaliers. And I think, Dickie, to me, I don't think there's any question. I think Louisa can score points against any team they play. To me, the key to tonight is defensively. How is Louisa going to do? Can they hold Caroline's offense down and prevent the big plays?
Yeah, we ended up with a shootout like they had the night they played Western Albemarle.
Yeah, we don't want to be in whoever has the ball last kind of game.
Right.
Has the best chance to win.
And we also know, we've seen it happen over the years, Louisa's lost some playoff games right here on this field in the last minute of the ball game, and it's happened more than once. I think 3 times it's happened.
Right.
Yeah.
King George, Patrick Henry,
and maybe Sharando one time as well. But some last-minute losses.
Yep.
And, of course, last year, a half a yard short.
And last year they lost the game in the last minute to William Fleming over there.
Over there.
Yeah. Yep, sure did. In the last minute.
That was a night when the score was higher than the temperature.
Yeah.
The wind blowing.
It was cold over there.
It was the wind blowing.
Yep. All right, we're getting ready to start. We got about 5 minutes probably before kickoff. We're waiting for the Lions to make their appearance out on the field.
The Caroline faithful, as you said, Dickie, they are filling it up over there.
Filling the stands across the way.
For the season, guys, Louisa averaged 52 points a game, 431 yards a game. And, Tommy, you and I were talking about this earlier, and this goes to the kind of the Jefferson District teams that they were playing, but the average halftime score for Louisa for the season was 36-7. The average score at half. So a lot of running clocks in the second half this year. An amazing stat to me, Hyder averaged 18.7 yards per carry.
It went down a little bit.
It went down a little bit. 18.7 yards per carry. Wilson has had a pretty good year throwing the ball. He's completed 61% of his throws this year. So, but again, we talked earlier, he's been a real threat and shown a real capability of running the football. So Louisa's got weapons. So does Caroline. Going to be interested to see how this thing shakes out.
His being able to camouflage the play and then get through, and he had a couple of big runs last week from 30-some yards and 15, 16 yards. But that's the thing, when you're deceptive and get that defense off his feet, then you can turn around and do a lot of other things with other people too.
Right. Yeah, but Hyder is such a quick strike athlete. I mean, one play, he bursts through the line, he's gone.
Well,
one play.
And that's what we've talked about him this year, is that he has that ability where he takes about 2 steps and he's basically going at full speed.
Right.
Yeah, so it's almost like getting at an intersection and you got to turn right, turn left, or go straight forward. And he makes up his mind. He looks at it right when he gets there on one foot, and then the next time the other foot, he's gone.
The only way you contain him, basically, is you got to contain him at the line of scrimmage. If you let him get to the line of scrimmage, you're in trouble.
If he gets to that second level, if he gets to that linebacker level, it's you might as well start punching numbers on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and you got to tackle him low.
Yeah.
Student section, raring to go tonight.
Yep. Big student section again, too. Here come the Cavaliers, the Caroline Cavaliers, out on the field.
They probably have more numbers than anybody we've seen this year. I know.
And this is a team, Caroline's a team that's been down. The last few years, they've been down in football. They have been doing, and I think this may be Terry Alexander's first year over there.
Yeah.
He's really turned the program around, no question about it.
And just a great crowd here tonight.
It is.
I'm looking out the end of the press box here, down toward the middle school end, and there's not an empty seat. There's people all standing around behind the fence down there, going around. So a heck of a crowd here tonight.
And not only a big crowd, an enthusiastic crowd, Baron.
Right.
Very enthusiastic, very into this Louisa football team.
Yeah. I told y'all earlier. Somebody asked me about 2 o'clock this afternoon. I was up in Charlottesville, and he said, "I'm thinking about going to the game." He said, "What time should I go?" And I said, "You better leave now. You better go. It's going to be crowded."
All right, we're
Dickie,
getting ready for the coin toss.
As you said, the answer to the question I had, you found it out earlier, but Arbitrero Creasy is going out for the coin
the number
flip.
8 on the sideline wasn't Creasy.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Somebody just liked his number.
Had his number on,
Yeah, it's Hyder, Carter, Creasy, and Ragland.
Yeah, same ones that have pretty much been
they've been
the
it all
captains
year.
all year.
We're trying to keep you up with the scores of these other playoff games, the ones we just told you about, and also some other teams in the region that are playing tonight. Heritage is playing Western Albemarle. Wilson Memorial is playing Fluvanna, and Goochland is in the playoffs. They're playing Culpeper tonight.
Getting ready for the flip.
And as we said, the other games in our region: Huguenot versus Spotsylvania, Varina versus Cortland, and Dinwiddie versus Hanover. So.
It looks like Louisa got it. And deferred.
Yeah,
Right.
Louisa deferred.
And we've always said, I guess this field runs east to west, right? Would you call it east to west?
I would call it east to west.
East to west.
Right.
Yep. And we should be able to keep up with the Huguenot Spotsy score because Coach Coleman is at that game, and we're supposed to be texting each other back and forth on the scores. So we should be able to keep up what's going on there. That one should be by the end of the first quarter by now because that one starts at 7 o'clock. I think the last game in the state of Virginia starting tonight is this one.
Right
This
here.
one right here.
Yeah,
That's
right
This
here.
one.
Exactly. So we think that for Caroline, they'll be on offense first. We think that their quarterback is Blake Morris. And again, stat-wise, he's got 13 passing TDs and 12 rushing TDs. His brother, Blair Morris, is one of his receivers. And then they've got a big running back by the name of Trey Coles. He plays linebacker and running back. And when I say big, he's about 220 pounds big. So
Blair Morris is one of the guys back deep for the Cavaliers now. And on the other side, it looks like maybe Gavion Chenault, number 9.
Number 6, I think, is on
Number
the other
6,
side.
Spencer Pryor would be
think
number
it's-
6. But Pryor weighs 129.
He's 6. 6 is on the other side. Spencer Pryor. Yep. He's not very big.
All right. So
All right, here we go. Let's see if he puts it in the end zone, Byron.
We've talked about that a lot this year, the capability to get that ball into the end zone and what a weapon that is when the other team is starting on their 20 as opposed to their 35 or 40-yard line. So let's see what happens. Getting set for the opening kickoff here.
Benzie Birdie.
And Caroline's got both guys back inside the 5-yard line. So they're expecting a deep kick.
They watched the film.
All right, here we go. Playoff football. Louisa Lions, Caroline Cavaliers is underway.
And it's
in the end zone.
And in the end zone.
All right.
Yep.
Did exactly what you want him to do. Put it in the end zone and make Caroline start on their own 20. You just feel a difference in the crowd tonight, Byron. Everybody said, this is the one we've been waiting for since the season started. Yep.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep. All right, here come the Cavaliers. Louisa in the defensive secondary, back deep for Louisa. The two is...
But you got the two Nelsons.
Donovan
Yep.
Nelson.
And
Yep.
Aiden Shaw, I think, is out there, and maybe Lawrence is back there too. Let's see.
Hand off to the fullback coming through.
Was that big number 5, Tommy? I
Yep.
couldn't tell.
Yep.
Okay.
That was Coles, I think. Yep.
That was Cole.
He
All
gained
right.
about
Got
4
4
yards, 2nd and 6. Caroline gets the play from the side.
All right. Caroline has one split out to the right, one split out to the left.
Coles again. And he's
He's
up around the 25. Let's see where they mark it down. Well, he's close to the 30.
actually he's right.
Got
I
the
think
first
he's-
down.
he's
He
gonna
got
get
the
the
first
first down.
Yep.
He pulled through some tackles there. He had contact after about 2 yards, and he powered for another 4+ yards. So
Yeah, he's 5'10", 220, so he's got some beef.
that's going to move the ball out. So 2 running plays. They gain almost 11 yards. So out at the 31-yard line.
There he goes, and he's going to get another 5 or 6 yards.
Knee went down around the 36, so give him 5.
And Louisa was a little bit fortunate that time because he stumbled a little bit. If he hadn't, he had some room.
Well, the number he's wearing tonight is number 0. No, it's 5. I'm sorry. 0 is in the backfield also.
There's a nice play.
And we don't have 0 on our program, Tommy.
No,
We don't know who he is.
so we'll put down number 0.
Yep, we don't know who he is, but they have a 0 in the backfield.
Ragland comes running off. Looks like an equipment problem. Hyder ran off and is sitting down on the bench.
Yeah, he is sitting down on the bench being looked at, Tommy.
Yeah.
And the handoff that time, Tommy, went to number 2. That's Fletcher. And Caroline's looking at a 4th and 6 across the way. I would think they're going to be punting the football. Well, let's see if they're going to be punting the football. You would think they'd punt it 4th and 6 on the ball on their own 35-yard line. But they're not. They're coming out to go for it. Nope, they're going to take a timeout and talk about it. I'm really surprised at this, Byron. The first quarter, you played just a little over 2 minutes. You got the ball on your own 35-yard line on a 4th and 6, and you're going to go for it?
Well, and what we don't know is, if they're a team that's had issues with punting the football,
Right.
that could play into it. But yeah, strictly by the what's the proper word now, Tommy? Analytics
Yep.
on it. Based on that, you punt this ball all day long at this juncture in the ball game.
Yeah. Now I think they've decided to punt it. Yeah, they are going to punt it.
Now,
they're going to punt it.
The other thing that Louisa's got to be careful is not to get drawn offside here, because if they do, then that makes it a 4th and 1.
Donovan Nelson goes back deep for the Lions. He's at his own 43. And the punter, big dude anyway. Good snap.
23 is a punter.
Air, and it's
a short kick.
Short punt.
Took a Caroline bounce.
Got a little bit of a roll down to
37.
about the 37-yard line.
The Lions take over on their own 37.
And Tommy, what I will tell you with that, with to me, they were expecting that Carter was going to be the return man that time. They wanted no parts of kicking the ball down the middle of the field. He kicked it directly toward. That was definitely a directional punt. It came toward the sideline, and so Louisa will start out at their own 37-yard line, and
Hyder's in the backfield with Wilson.
All right, I was just going to ask you to be sure that he was in there.
Hand off.
There he goes. There goes Hyder.
Up to the 45. So give him 7.
Yep. 2nd and 3 across the way for the Lions.
A little bit of a low snap that time. Wilson did a nice job because sometimes when the snap is just a little bit off, it can mess up the timing of a play. And Wilson did a really nice job of catching that snap and getting the handoff.
Wilson and Hyder in the backfield. Man in motion with Nelson. And we got a penalty.
Yeah, I think defense offsides. It was close because he made the offensive player move.
All right.
Should end up with a first down if that's the case.
Nope, it's Louisa.
They're gonna
I
call
think
it.
Louisa's getting. He's facing Louisa. Nope, now he turns around, steps the penalty off against Caroline.
Now he turned around.
Right, yep. First down, Louisa at the 49-yard line.
Yep, get that first down through the penalty.
All right, Louisa's first offensive possession. Caroline started out with it and picked up one first down and then punted.
Wilson fumbled the snap, throws it down
Great
the field,
pass
and
to
got his man.
Donovan Nelson.
Nelson with the catch. Wilson had a hard time getting the handle on the football that time. He fumbled the snap, but he got hold to the football and got the pass away.
And that, to me, guys, that's a good play call right there because not only are you throwing the ball when they're expecting you to turn around and hand it to Hyder, but you're doing it on first down.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
And if you can do that and be successful at it, that puts an awful lot of pressure on a defense.
They got 14 yards on the reception.
Yes. Hand off to Hyder, and they are all over him. Making that stop for the Caroline Cavaliers was number 53, Trunton Ballard. And they were waiting for him that time. Hit him right at the line of scrimmage and
no gain
stopped
at all.
him, but no gain. And how many times has Hyder carried the ball the whole season for no gain?
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing, that almost assuredly hasn't happened until just now.
Right.
So.
All right, Creasy is the blocking back.
2nd and 10. Nelson in motion.
And that was an offsides.
Is Caroline offside again?
Yep, Caroline offsides again.
The man in motion is what's causing the problem, the jump.
And if you look, I was just looking at Caroline's defensive alignment that time. They had 9, maybe 10 guys within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. One safety was back deep. The rest of them were within probably 3 yards of the line of scrimmage.
And I'm thinking this all-star lineup of coaches that Coach Patrick had, somebody saw that and probably came up and said, Coach.
And you look again at their defensive alignment. Look how the close they are up on the line of scrimmage. There goes the up back.
It's the up back. It's Creasy. And he's down inside the 5. Fighting to get to the end zone, but he stopped short of the end zone.
Yeah.
Yep.
And guys, there's absolutely no question that they are keying on Hyder.
Right.
And they are going with the
Right.
flow of the play.
Right.
23 yards for Creasy on that.
And they put it down on the 6-yard line, Tommy. First and goal from the 6. They were definitely, I would agree with you 100%. They were keying. The way Hyder went is the way most of the team went.
They went.
Yep.
All right, so this becomes critical now. You got a first and goal at the 6, 7-yard line, and you got to be able to punch this in the end zone.
Wilson keeps it himself.
Hyder
Wilson
blocking
is
point.
going to go
Touchdown.
in for the touchdown.
6-yard
run,
TD
Wilson.
run.
That was a nice drive by Louisa. Just in that first offensive possession of the night, they go 63 yards.
5 plays, Dick.
5 plays.
All right,
Wilson takes it in from 6 yards out.
And Hyder carried it twice out of those 5,
Yep.
correct? All right.
Yep.
And you had the pass completion, and then Creasy had a carry, and then Wilson.
And
Yep.
two penalties.
Spread and 2 penalties. Spreading it around. I think that's very smart play calling on Louisa's part because, we've said it all season. You're playing Louisa. You got to pick your poison. What do we try and stop?
They're going for 2.
No,
This is a surprise.
they're saying there was no touchdown.
No touchdown. No touchdown.
That's Hyder.
Well, Louisa had to get a penalty,
Yep.
Tommy, because he started doing it on the 6.
Yep.
There was a penalty. There's a reason there was no touchdown. I didn't see the flag, but there was a penalty. The reason there was no touchdown. Because now Louisa's got the ball on the 9, so it had to have been a holding penalty. It had to have been a 10-yard penalty. Took the ball back to the 16. Second and goal from the 9.
Second and 4 since
No, they got to have a touchdown. They got to get a touchdown. They can't get a first down. We got another penalty? Nope, they're putting the ball back down on the 9, and it's second and goal from the 9.
Colt 45 comes into the game now.
Well, and I think Hyder came out of the game.
Well, let's see. Wilson's in. Nelson's in. Hyder's not in. Creasy is in the backfield with Wilson, not Hyder.
All right, so it is second and
9.
goal.
Second and goal from the 9. Wilson's got a hole. Wilson is down inside the 5. Let's see how they mark the
him
ball
on the
down.
5.
Now Hyder's back in the ball game, and Colt 45's coming out. Third and goal from the 5. Baron, I did not see a flag, but that's what nullified the touchdown,
Yeah.
and it was a holding penalty, 10 yards.
Yeah, and because at first I said, well, Creasy was over here on the sideline. Is there a chance he stepped out of bounds? But I don't think that was it. So we got third and goal from the 5.
Hyder is in for the touchdown. Waiting for the signal.
Yep, he got it.
Touchdown. 5-yard run by Hyder.
All right, that comes at the 5-minute and 26-second mark of the first quarter. 5:26 left in the first.
And now Louis is kicking the extra point, which is what I thought they would do all the time. But the confusion was none of us saw the penalty flag.
Right.
5:26 to go, first quarter.
Kick is up, and the kick is
good.
Perfect. Louisa leads 7-0. Now they put together a 63-yard scoring drive.
They did it in 7 plays.
All right. The Lions will be kicking off to the Cavaliers. Played just a little over half of the first quarter. Each team's had the ball once. Lions took it 63 yards to pay dirt. And Caroline picked up 1 first down on their first possession.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised that we did not see Caroline throw the ball at all in their first offensive possession. So we'll have to see as we move forward how that's going to play out, because the word we were getting on them is that the quarterback Morris is a pretty capable young man as far as throwing the ball around the field. So let's just see what happens with it.
Yeah, and you don't practice a lot against left-handed quarterbacks either.
All right.
Same two back deep. Blake Morris.
Yeah. Looks like it's Morris and Pryor, the two deep guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, ready to go.
Birdie dropping back, goes about 8 yards back, and then he cuts across.
I think he's going to be kicking it deep again.
All right, here it comes. Back deep, and they let it. Well, they're going to pick it up at about the 3-yard line.
Running it out. And he's going to run it back to about the 23-yard line, Burn.
22 or 23. Let's see.
That's what
20.
it looks.
Yeah, I think that's where he's going to put it down.
Yeah, he kicked that one down the middle of the field, and initially it looked like it was going to go in, but it hit probably around the 5 or so, and then it didn't bounce very far, and the receiver was able to pick it up on about the 2-3 yard line and return it out.
They mark it to 22.
Yep,
so
that's
it'll
where
be
they
first
mark
and
it.
10. Going wide out here to the left is Trey Coles.
Handoff to number 0, and he got some yardage. He's up around the 30-yard line.
And I tell you, it's a good hard run because he was contacted in the backfield that time, and basically just pulled through the tackle and gained good positive yardage.
Yep, got 8.
Well, I don't know that we got a penalty, I think.
We do.
We got a penalty. And I think the 8 that they got is coming back. I don't think they're going to get a penalty. Yep. And we got a 10-yard holding penalty.
Yeah, the so far tonight, the hardest thing for us has been to see the penalty flags.
You can't say
the grass is kind of faded out,
right?
With the Bermuda grass and the frost, and so the grass is kind of brown, and those penalty flags are fading right in.
Trying to make it to the outside.
Hand off again to 0.
Nice tackle.
Good tackle that time. That was Dustin Nelson. Number 3.
No, it's 4. Aiden Shaw.
Aiden Shaw.
Aiden Shaw made the stop.
And that penalty had moved it back to the 13-yard line where it was 2nd and 19, and he only gained 1 yard on that. So that's going to bring up
2nd and 19.
Second and 18, 19 yards to go.
Yep. Handoff goes to the big man this time. He doesn't get any way either. Baron, Caroline's playing it very close to the vest, very conservative.
They have not. I mean, not even really any misdirection or anything with the running play so far. Nope. Just pretty straightforward, simple stuff. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 16, and the line of scrimmage is the 16.
Got twins over here to the left, and one of them's covered.
This is a big defensive down for Louisa. They need to hold them down on this.
Going to throw it this time. Rolling out, being pressured. Throwing it down the field. Got his man down there. He made the catch for Caroline, first down. And it was number 6 who made that catch, Tommy, for them. And that was Spencer Pryor.
Yeah. And it's going to be from the 18
to the 45.
25 yards.
Ball was up in the air for a long, long, long time. And
27 yards, Tommy.
but the Carolina receiver did a nice job of going up for it. They made the completion, and they convert the 3rd down and 16.
He went up and got it, too. No question about that. And now we got another penalty. Against Caroline. That must have been offside.
Delay of game.
Delay of game, okay. 1st and 15. Caroline kind of self-destructing themselves here. They're hurting themselves with penalties.
That's their 4th penalty.
All right.
Shaw right in the face of Blair Morris.
Hand off again to the big guy, and he got the 5 yards back he lost on a penalty.
Yep, got the penalty yardage back.
And the big guy is Coles. Well, they give him 4, Tommy. They didn't quite give him 5. 2nd and 11 for the Caroline Cavaliers. Let's see if they're aired out here.
Got the little man in the backfield now, Dickie.
Yep, they sure do. You know, and they're going to give it to the little man. And the little man is going to get some yardage. That was number 18.
Tell you what,
football, Coleman.
He was fighting for those yards, and he made a really nice gain.
Drayden Coleman.
5'8", 170, 5'8", and 5'3", and 140. He is a little man.
But he got 2 or 3 yards, 4 yards after contact.
3rd and 4 across the way. First quarter winding down here. We have less than 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Creasy looks like changing the defense now.
All right, play clock is winding down again. It's down to 3 seconds.
They will get to play off. They got it off. As the pass down the field. Overthrown.
We got pass interference.
Yep, that's what we got. We got pass interference.
He had his arm in there.
Yep, we got pass interference.
But I'm not catchable at all.
Well, it's pass interference, so.
I think that's what they're discussing.
Well, what I thought was that the play clock had expired.
It looked like it had,
I didn't think they got the play off.
I didn't either.
Well, maybe that's what they're discussing.
I mean, the ball was well over his head.
And let's see what they're going to call here.
They're picking the flag up.
No, that's a flag. They're not going to.
They just went back to mark off.
Yeah, they just went back to mark off at 15 yards. Yep.
Okay.
All right, so that's going to move it to the 33-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10.
1:39 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Louisa.
And give it to Coles again.
Doesn't give much. Maybe 2.
Second and 8. You almost have to believe that Caroline's strategy is also to hold the ball and keep it out of Louisa's hands.
Yeah, it absolutely appears that way.
Yeah.
And
that's their strategy.
All right, so 2nd and 9 at the 32.
Big boy is behind the quarterback this time. They're going to give it to number 0.
Yeah, the guy, we don't know who he is because we don't have his number on our program.
We don't have his number.
He's going to pick up 2 more.
But
they're looking at 3rd and 7. This is an obvious passing situation for the Cavaliers. And they're going to have to run this play because we got 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Louisa on top, 7-0.
Tommy, so far, almost everything running play-wise that Carolina's done's been off their right side.
Yeah, right side.
Off their right side.
Let's see if they go the other way.
I think he's going to throw it. Yep, he's going to throw it. Downfield,
Got a
got a
man
man
right in
down
the-
there.
And he caught it.
If he caught it, it's a touchdown, Caroline.
Yep.
It is. Touchdown, Caroline. And the guy that made the catch was
It's his brother.
Blair
I think.
Morris.
I think
Morris to Morris.
Brother to
Touchdown.
brother.
32 yards.
Yep. Morris to Morris. And we got an extra point coming. It went from Blake Morris to Blair Morris. And Caroline going to kick the extra point. All right. Ball down, kick is up. Not the best kick in the world, but he got it through the uprights.
Good.
Yep.
So the score, Louisa 7, Caroline 7.
Yep.
He had the man beat easily that time.
Yeah, he did. No question about that. We got a 7-7 ball game. Caroline drove the ball 78 yards for their touchdown
Yep.
and scored with 14 seconds to go in the first quarter. And the PAT was good. And I'm guessing it was Swanton who kicked the PAT, Tommy. He's the only kicker on the roster there. And Barron, you would have to say one thing. Their strategy has that. I think that's their strategy to try to control the clock, keep the ball in the Louisa's hands.
Right. Right.
Yep.
And on that drive right there, to me, Dickie, the critical play was when Louisa allowed Caroline to convert the 3rd and 16
Right.
deep in their own territory.
Right.
And, they completed the ball from their own 16-yard line out to the 45-yard line on a pass that stayed up there for a long, long time, and you were hoping was going to get knocked away by the Louisa defender.
Yeah, because if Louisa stops him on that play,
Well,
then,
that play, and then Louisa
Right.
has a pass interference call
right,
as well.
Right. Yep.
But
Yep.
we knew. I mean, we said it coming in that they were capable of scoring points. We knew that coming in. So
As the kickoff, taken around the 20-yard line, and he brings it back out to across the 35 to about the 37. And that was Jackson,
That was
Tommy,
Jackson.
who returned it.
Yep.
made a nice return.
Yeah, he did. Nice return.
So Louisa takes over.
On their own 37-yard line. Same place it took over before.
Same
Yep.
exact yard. That's
Yep.
right. How about that?
This will be the last play of the first quarter. 8 seconds to go in a 7-7 ball game. Louisa and Caroline in the first round of the playoffs tonight. From the jungle.
Hyder in the backfield.
Hyder's got the football, and Hyder is not going far. That's going to be the end of the first quarter tonight from the jungle. And the score after one, Louisa 7, Caroline 7.
Yeah, there is no doubt about it. Defensively, Caroline, Tommy, they are just stacking the box. They are loading up defensively right up front. They've got 10 guys within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage, and they are absolutely keying on Savion Hyder so far.
Yeah, they've had 12 offensive plays to Louisa's 7.
So yeah, I mean, Dickie, to your point, Louisa ran 7 offensive plays in the first quarter, and that's what Caroline's hoping to do.
Yeah, I think that's their strategy to keep the ball out of Louisa's hands. Control the clock, keep the ball out of Louisa's hands.
Yeah, Louisa had it for 7 plays.
All right, line of scrimmage is not quite the 39-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and 9 for Louisa.
Fumble the ball. And I think he
Wilson's
got it back.
Yeah, Wilson's got it.
Yep. Wilson fumbled the football and got it back. And now the Lions are looking at a 3rd and 13 passing situation for Louisa. Let's see if they air it out.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know that was necessarily a bad snap. I think that Wilson just may have taken his eye off of it just momentarily, but it puts him behind the chain, so to speak. 3rd and 13.
Coach Patrick said, let's talk this over, too.
All right.
Does the conversation go something like, look, guys, we practice this every day, snapping the ball back and you catching it, make sure you got hold of it, and then do your run.
Well, I will say this, Tommy. He had the good sense just to fall on the ball, basically. Right. Okay, if he'd have tried to pick that up, because there was penetration there. Had he tried to pick it up and not gotten it cleanly, Carolina would have had that football.
Could have picked it up and run.
Yeah. So he did the right thing, but don't make it worse. Just fall on it. Take your lumps on this play and get after it on 3rd down.
Hyder and Wilson talking to each other as they're walking out.
All right, Louisa's got 2 receivers split out wide to the left side of the formation.
Wilson going to throw it. Got a man down the field, and it is almost intercepted.
Almost intercepted.
Yeah, Xavier Tompkins.
Almost intercepted it. And the Lions are going to be forced to punt the football.
So we're going to have to see, guys, who will be doing the punting for Louisa.
All right, they got a score on the Huguenot-Spotsylvania game at halftime. The score at halftime of the Huguenot-Spotsylvania game is Huguenot 30 and Spotsylvania 10. 30-10 Huguenot at the half.
All right, we got
delay a game.
We got a delay a game.
After
things are just not going real well for Louisa in this first half.
No, they
look out of sync.
Yeah, they really do. And this is interesting because their return man for Caroline is Marsh, their quarterback, I believe.
number 7.
Yeah, I think it is a quarterback. Good snap. A nice high kick. And he's going to let it bounce and get away from it. And
down it, guys. Down it, guys.
They've already downed it. They downed it on about the 42-yard line.
Yeah.
That's where Caroline takes over.
Ball was bouncing back the wrong way, guys. Down that one quickly. All right. That is only, Tommy, I think the 4th time this year that Louisa's punted the football.
I think you are correct.
All right, so Carolina's going to take over in good field position. They're at their own 42-yard line.
11:14 to go in the first quarter. Second quarter. 11:14 to go in the second quarter. 7-7 football game.
Quarterback keeper.
Keeps it
All
himself,
right, good
and
job. He wrapped up there. He faked it
get
up.
Anywhere.
Jackson the guy there?
No, Erickson was the guy.
Erickson
was the first guy to hit him.
Yep.
Erickson and Creasy was in there also too. But that was the first time now they faked the ball up into the line of scrimmage, and then Morris went to run around the left end, and Louisa was all over top of that. So
2nd and 12.
So that moves it back to the 40-yard line, and as Dickie said, 2nd and 12.
All right.
Coming wide right is Blair Morris.
Let's see if he airs it out here again.
Sophomore brother of the quarterback.
Nope.
Gonna
Get
give
the
it-
ball off to Coles, and Coles isn't going to get much. He might have got back to the original line of scrimmage just as far as he got.
They're going to give him 41, so he only got one of it.
Got one back. 3rd and 11. Now you have to believe you aired out. They pretty much, Byron, are only throwing the ball really on 3rd down situations.
Yeah, and so far they're basically throwing the ball down the middle of the field.
Yep.
They're throwing the ball 20, 25 yards down the middle of the field. So the key here is, can we get some pressure on the quarterback?
Back to
Drops.
pass. Got time. Now he's going to run it, and he is going to pick up a 1st down, I think. He had plenty of running room on the left side over there by the Caroline bench.
He's
and
going to be 2 yards short.
all right, let's see. He went short?
2 yards
Yeah, he
short.
is. You're right, Tommy. He's 2 yards short. 4th and 2. And I would say they're going to go for it. The ball is right at midfield.
Yeah, I don't believe there's any
Right
question.
at midfield, 4th and 2.
Got a score, Dinwiddie 28, Hanover 7 in the second quarter.
And Huguenot is beating the spot, so 30-10 at halftime. All right, here we go. It's a big play here, Byron. Big play.
Yep, 4th and 2. All right, Lions got to be disciplined here and not jump off sides.
Quarterback's under center. He gives it off
Quick
to the big
handoff.
fullback, and he didn't get it. He did not get it.
I don't think he got
He
it.
didn't get it. He did not get it.
Getting a good spot from over here, but
I don't
still
think-
looks about a
he
half
never
a yard.
got up that way to
It
ref-
looks like about a half a yard.
The white hat's where the ball is, and that's not a 1st down. All right, let's see. We got a penalty.
All right, they're saying they're going to measure.
It's short. If
I tell you, they got it sitting at the 42, and it started at the 48.
It looked like to me
started
it was
at the
short. I
42, so it looks like it's mighty
it's
close.
going to be close. Closer than I thought. I didn't think he got that far. He didn't get it.
He didn't get it.
He did not get it.
Okay.
Yep. He did not get it. Louisa takes over on their own 48. Yep.
All right, that is a really, really big defensive stand for Louisa.
Yep.
And it gives them the ball in excellent field position.
Does that. And I thought he got a really good spot,
Yeah.
and he still didn't get the 1st down.
Yeah, I mean, it looked initially to us like he was a good yard short.
That's what I thought, Byron. Yes. He got a good spot and still didn't get the 1st down. All right, 1st and 10, Louisa on their own 48.
Veranda 39, Cortland nothing, second quarter.
As the snap, Hyder's got the football. Hyder around the end. Hyder's at the 40, and he's run out of bounds down around the 35. 17-yard gain, Tommy, depending on where they spot it. And they're going to spot this one on the 35. Well, now they're moving back. Well, let's see.
35.
He goes
where
spot
they-
on the 35 is a
Yeah.
17-yard gain.
Yeah, Culpeper 39, Goochland nothing. Glen Allen 9, Highland Springs 7 at the half.
Oh, that's a surprise. 1st and 10, Louisa on the Caroline 35.
Hyder in motion.
Wilson keeps the ball himself. Wilson's got running room.
Hold the ball.
Wilson's still going. Down around the 15-yard line where he's brought down. Good run by Levi Wilson.
All right.
Good run.
And there again, Hyder basically, the flow of the play, Hyder comes to the left, and the flow of the defense went with Hyder to the left, and Wilson faked and then went back up the middle with the ball. Good play call.
Ball is on the 17, Tommy.
So he picked up 14
Yep.
yards.
Hand off to the blocking back, and he's in for a touchdown.
All right. That's Zach Creasy.
Trail Creasy.
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 17-yard run by Creasy on the snap to the blocking back.
Let's make sure, because we circled one before that we thought was a touchdown.
Touchdown this time, no penalty. Creasy, 17-yard run.
2-play drive. That sounds normal now, doesn't it, Byron?
Well, getting back to
That's
their old
right.
self a little bit.
52-yard drive.
2 plays.
Ball down, kick up. Kick is good. And the Lions go up on top, 14-7. With 8:47 to go here in the second quarter. All right, that looked more like Louisa Lion football, didn't it, Byron?
Well, I guess it was actually 3 plays, wasn't it, Tommy?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
'Cause, and each run was very similar. Each run it was like a 17 or an 18-yard run.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. 14, a 17, and a 17.
And now I think, Byron, they've kind of put Caroline in the position where Caroline needs to answer, and let's see if they're going to be able to do it.
well, yeah, because that drive right there, you and I said it a minute ago that Louisa looked a little bit out of sync, out
Right.
of sorts or whatever.
Right.
Not on that drive.
No, not
they,
on that
They were
drive.
clicking on that drive.
Yep.
All right, Birdie going to try for the end zone again. I just said that last one, Byron, was kind of weird because they wanted it to go in the end zone, but then when it hit, as you say, it didn't
It
go
just-
left,
it
right.
just kind of
or
stopped.
It just kind of,
yeah. It maybe went 1 or 2 more yards, so it was right in front of the receiver, and he just said, "Well, I guess I got to pick it up and go."
All right, here we go.
All right, this is going to be a pooch, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope.
Fair. Well,
Went
we're
on the
at about
bounds. Caroline's going to get the ball on the
35.
35-yard line. The ball
30.
went over the bounds, did not make it to the end zone. And Caroline's going to take over. On their 35-yard line. That's where they're going to take over. 14-7, Louisa on top. And a little over 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Handoff once again. And
Gains about 5 yards.
yeah, he gained about 5 yards that time. And that was number 2. Fletcher that carried the ball that time, Tommy.
Well, they're going to give him almost 6 yards.
Yep.
So brings
Second
up,
and 4.
Yep. Ball out on the 41-yard line. Lions up 14-7. A little over 8 minutes left in tonight's first half.
And
Once
off to the
again,
small
handoff,
back.
and this time they're ready for him. Creasy there for Louisa. Raglan also there. 64 also there for Louisa, and that was Axel Franco, rather, is there for Louisa.
That was a no gain.
No gain. 3rd and 4 across the way. See if the Cavaliers are out here. They've had most of their success throwing the football.
Varana 47, Cortland nothing, second quarter.
That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
Now they're trying to get men onto the field.
Play clock is running down.
He's going to
Dropping
throw it.
back.
He's being rushed. Got a man over here. Oh. We didn't get pass interference on that, and
No.
we were lucky.
Well, he was jumping, going for the ball, Dickie.
He
I
still,
think that's why he didn't get it.
I guess not, but that was close because there was some contact there.
It's going to bring up a 4th down, and looks like they may be going for it.
All right.
No, they're putting a bunch of, well, they might be going for it, but putting a bunch of people out there. If they're going for it, this is a crucial. This could be the turning point of this football game.
The
If they go
punter's
for, no,
back
they're going to
in.
punt it. They're going to punt
Punter's
it.
back in
They're going to
now.
punt it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll put it to you this way. They're going to line up in punt formation.
They're going to punt it.
Yeah. But with 4 yards to go, they may not.
And they're going to punt it. I think he would have left his offense out there if
Here
he
comes
wasn't gonna
another
punt it.
player in. And the play clock is stopped at 0.
Well, now they
Delay
got
a game.
Now they got, instead of 4, they got 9 to go now. Unless they took a timeout.
Well, the referee came up tapping his shoulders like it was his time.
Delay
Now,
a
they
game.
called it.
they're calling delay.
They called the delay of game.
That's their 3rd delay a game.
All right, so that moves it back to the 36-yard line,
Donovan Nelson's way back at his own 30.
and it is 4th and 9. Caroline lined up to punt the ball.
Got it away. And it bounces down around the 33-yard line. I think that's where they're going to mark it.
Yep, 33.
And the Lions get a chance to kind of break this thing open a little bit. They're up 14-7 with 7:08 to go here in the second quarter, first half. And Louisa's got the ball. They're putting it down on the 30. Yeah, we'll call it the 33, Tommy. All right. That score is unbelievable. The Verano's beating Cortland 47-0 in the second quarter. Whoa.
Wow. Yeah, that's scary is what that is.
Yeah, they
Here
hand it
comes the
off.
reverse.
Kind of razzle-dazzle in the backfield of Nelson. He's turning the corner and run out of bounds around the 45-yard line.
Donovan Nelson with the carry.
Gave it to back going one way.
Well,
he handed back to Nelson
Think
coming
they're
the other way.
Bringing it back, though. We got a penalty.
Okay.
One of my conversations today with one of that listens in all the time, Dickie, was that they just wanted to make sure the officials don't drop too many hankies.
All
10-yard
right.
holding.
Yep. And that puts Louisa starting off on the 25-yard line, Tommy.
All right, so that's going to make it 1st and about 17 for the Lions.
Fumble to snap. Picks it up. Tries to run it, and it's dropped right there.
Yep,
Having some trouble with the
lose
snaps,
another
Byron.
5 yards.
They are. That's the second one that's been on the ground. And again, that one didn't. I mean, it looked like it may have been a direct snap to Hyder that time, but it didn't look like it was a bad snap. All right. So that backs it up to
2nd and about
19.
19.
It's actually 2nd. Yeah, it's longer than that. 2nd and 22. The ball's inside the 20-yard line.
Wilson throws the ball over to the side, and he's going to run out of bounds. He didn't get much.
I think he lost another yard.
And Nelson was the ball, who he threw the pass to, but the Lions are going the wrong way on this drive.
So you're going to call that a pass? No,
Yeah, it was a pass.
Okay.
And the ball is resting back on the 19-yard line.
Highland Springs 14, Glen Allen 9 in the third quarter. Fleming 26, Freeman 6.
All right, 3rd and
22.
right. Wilson going to air it out. Got his man and hits him. A nice pass by Wilson.
All right.
A nice pass.
That's
Drilled
Ty
that thing
Tyson.
right in there,
And
too.
he got about 20 of the 22.
Lewis Tyson
Yep.
made the
right.
catch, and the Lions are looking at a 4th and
About 2, I think.
2. They're going to go for it here from their own 40-yard line, 4th and 2. This is a big play in this football game. 4th and 2. Big play. Wilson and Hyder in the
And
backfield.
I think
Caroline will take a timeout.
They were a little bit confused. They were running. They were shuffling guys in and out and counting heads to make sure they had enough. And I think from Caroline's standpoint, Dickie, that's a good timeout for them.
I don't have any question about that because this is a big play. If they stop Louisa here, they get the ball on the Louisa 40-yard line.
Right.
And if they don't stop them and Louisa goes down and scores, this becomes a 2-score football game.
Well, and then the flip side of that, and not to get ahead of ourselves,
right.
but Louisa's going to start the second half with the ball.
That's right. This is a huge play in this football game. We had one big play, remember, when Caroline went for it on 4th down and didn't get it. And that led to
and this
a Louisa touchdown.
And this was about the distance that they had to pick up.
That's right.
Fourth
about
and
the same
2.
distance. Yep.
They needed 2, and they got 1
and a half.
And they got 1 and
they got about
11 12.
1 and
11 12.
I was going to say 1 and 7/8,
Yeah.
but you might be closer to it. Not quite.
And you know who they're going to be keying on.
Yeah, they're going to be keying on Hyder.
I'm looking number 8 there. Looks like he's going to take that position.
Yeah, let's see if there's a direct snap. All right, here we go.
All right, and they are packed in tight on that defensive line. There's a flag.
Uh-oh.
Is that a flag?
That might change the whole thing. They either got a first down.
Moved the football. Center moved the football.
It's the penalty against Louisa?
Yep.
Oh, that changes things. 4th and 2 turned into 4th and 7, and the ball's on the 35-yard line. I still think Louisa's going to go for it. And they are. They're going to go for it.
You see that about all the time. The center will sit there and just move the football just a tad. They don't call it much, but they called it that time.
4th and 7. Wilson gives the ball to Hyder, and he doesn't get it. He never even got back to the line of scrimmage. Caroline was waiting for him. I think everybody in the stadium, including Caroline, knew he was going to get the ball.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Yep.
Little bit surprised at that play call. But to your point, yeah, Caroline was exactly what they were thinking was going to happen, and that's what happened. Now, I don't know. There's some discussion going on now out here, and I'm trying to.
Well, they haven't changed it. They still got 4th down over there. But the referee's holding the ball in his hand. All right, now.
What is this?
I don't. No flag was thrown that we can see.
But you're right. The chains have not moved.
No, the chains haven't moved at all.
They're still set up like it's 4th and 7.
All right, what do we got here? Maybe we're going to find out something. Holding against Louisa. Well, they're going to decline that. So it's Caroline ball. Okay.
Yeah.
Took them a long time to figure that out. Caroline's got the ball on the Louisa 34-yard line.
And this is big right here before the half.
Yeah, it is.
5:20 to go before the half. Louisa 14, Caroline 7.
This is a little different formation. They got 4 guys flanked out to the left side.
Any quarterback draw.
And that's going to be number 12 carrying.
And
that's
he
Rashawn
got down.
Rollins.
He's
still going.
He's still going.
Down across the 25-yard line.
I mean, he got 5 or 6 yards after the point where he should have been on the ground.
Tommy, that was number 12 that carried the ball. That was Rollins.
Rollins, yep.
He's the backup quarterback. He's a 9th grader. 6'2", 175 freshman.
And he picked up 9.
Yeah, not good tackling that time by Louisa's defense.
Yeah, they had a freight train lineup on the left side that time of receivers.
2nd and 1. Under center now. The quarterback's under center. Hands the ball off to his number 0, and he's got some more yardage
I
for
saw
Caroline.
that flag come in. We're going to have a holding here.
We're going to have a holding. I would think it's holding. Let's see if it's holding.
Holding or grabbing a face mask.
Yep, that's probably one or the
One
other.
of the two.
What we got? Waiting for the signal.
Holding.
That's what we got, holding.
And that's a break,
Yeah,
guys.
big break
because
for Louisa.
I can tell you on the last 2 plays, Louisa is not tackling well at all.
No.
They're making contact, and Caroline's ball carriers are getting 3, 4, and 5 yards after initial contact.
Now we consider that 2nd and 1 has become 2nd and 11. Let's see what the Cavaliers do this time.
Under
2nd
center.
and 11, quarterback under center. Give
Gives
the
it
ball off to 0 again. He's got a little bit more running room.
Picks up
He didn't
about
pick up
4.
maybe 3 or 4. Yep. 3rd and about 8 across the way, Tommy.
4 minutes and counting before the half.
14-7 is the score. Louisa 14, Caroline 7.
There's been a timeout called here by one of the teams. And I think it is Caroline.
That's that
because
last timeout,
They
I
got
think.
one timeout, now it's gone.
Yep.
Well, no, they're still up there now.
All right, so they're looking at a 3rd down and 8 to go. The ball is on Louisa's 32-yard line.
As good as their passing game has been when they've used it, I would think this is the time they're going to use it again.
Yeah, I would think they're going to use it again. I just think the reason they haven't used it anymore is they just want to eat the clock up and keep Louisa from getting the football. I think that's the strategy.
Although, you know, they've done a great job against Hyder so far
they have.
tonight.
Yes, they have.
I mean, they've thrown him for that last one. They threw him for a 1-yard loss. Another play for no gain. That's the first time that's happened to him all year.
Yeah, he's had 2 no gainers by me and 1 -5.
All right, 3rd and 8 for the Caroline Cavaliers. 3:55 to go.
Watch for somebody streaking across the middle.
Back to pass. Still got the ball. And now he's rolling out to his left. It looks like he's going to run it. He is going to run it. And he's going to be brought down around the 32-yard line.
And there's a flag.
Flag.
Is that a flag down there?
Erickson makes the tackle, but we got another flag.
Right where they at.
Here's a flag. See what this one is.
I didn't see anything going on because the quarterback
He kind of went down on his own.
Took a knee.
So I don't think it was
Penalty is against Caroline. It's against Caroline. At least holding Caroline. I think Louisa will decline it.
They did. They declined.
They did.
Now they got 4th and 8. 4th and 8 for the Cavaliers. And the clock will start running. And they don't. That play clock is running. I don't know if they realized the play clock was running while they were over there to the side.
Inside of 5 seconds.
There it is. He's going to throw it in the end zone, and it is incomplete. He overthrew him. Overthrew his man.
I tell you, he had a nice spiral on that thing, though. That looked mighty good.
It was Spencer Pryor was the closest man to it. It was overthrown.
You know, the officials are mic'd up tonight, but the message is not coming through.
All right, Louisa takes over on their own 32-yard line.
All right. This is a big drive for Louisa. As we said a minute
Right.
ago, they got 3 minutes and change to work with here. They get the ball to start the second half. They could kind of do the 2-for-1 thing here, Dickie.
That's right.
If they get something going on this drive.
Yep.
Yeah, at
This
least
is a big drive.
Get down in field goal territory.
Hyder with the football. Hyder doesn't get much. And on a stop for the Caroline Cavaliers was Ballard again. And Byron, up until now, Caroline has done a really good job of containing Hyder.
Yeah, I think Tommy, I think Wilson's got to get a few carries mixed in here too.
Yep.
2nd and 8.
There comes Hyder.
Hyder again, and
up to the 41.
Going to be about maybe 3rd and a half a yard, looks like.
Yeah, we'll call it 3rd and 1.
So give him 6 on that one.
All right, coming up on 2.5 minutes left in the first half.
See if Wilson's a man this time. Nope,
And
he
off
gives
to
it to
Nelson, and he got it. I guess he got it. Depends on what he marked him down. It didn't look like he was going to get it at one
Man,
time.
it look. I tell you what, it
And he
looked like. It
didn't
looked
get
like he was going to have about an 8-yard loss.
He
Yes.
didn't get it.
And I'm not sure he still got it.
He didn't.
No, he didn't got it. He didn't
No.
get it. When he marked the ball, he doesn't have it. He has the ball is about where it was. 4th down in the yard. 4th in the yard.
I got to go blocking back.
On the
fellas.
Louisa 41. Their own 41. Here they're
And the
going for it.
blocking
4th in the
back
yard.
is not in there.
Nope. Wilson's going to keep it himself. He got the first down.
Yep. And Hyder was blocking in front of him. Well, he didn't get a good spot by this official on our side.
First down. Clock running.
All right, he needed 1. He got 2.
Yep.
So 43-yard line is the line of scrimmage, and when this ball is snapped, it's going to be under 2 minutes.
And
in
Louisa's
tonight's-
got 2 timeouts left.
All right, Lions up 14-7.
Wilson. Hyder is hit and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. I don't think there's any doubt about it. They are keying on Hyder.
And Louisa needs to maybe pick the pace up a little bit here, guys. They're letting a lot of time go off between plays.
They haven't
2nd
started
and
the
10.
play clock till now they have.
Well, I
Wilson
mean-
came over and did kind of like he did against Western Almar. He said, let me have it. Nelson in motion.
Wilson
Wilson
rolling
gonna
out.
throw
He's gonna
it.
Throw it.
Oh.
Throws the ball back across the field, and that's a nice run. He broke 2 or 3 tackles. Still going.
And he's at the first down marker.
Yep.
But we're down.
Timeout.
We're down under a minute.
That was Creasy.
Yep.
Creasy
Yeah, that
made
was
a
Creasy.
nice run.
The clock is still ticking, guys. We're down.
3rd
down
and
to
1. He
50
didn't get the
seconds.
first down. It's 3rd and 1. Third and 1. Wilson keeps the ball.
Ooh, I'll tell you what.
And Byron, he fumbled the snap again.
Probably at least 4 or 5. 2 of them been on the ground, and a couple other times they've been bobbled tonight.
Yeah, he bobbled that one.
All right,
And-
they did pick up the first down. 36 seconds left in tonight's first half, and there is a timeout now.
And Louis has 1 timeout left.
Now they do.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, so
Is Wilson holding his wrist?
And this is a 14-7 ball game. A very competitive first half ball game here tonight in the jungle between Louisa and Caroline. 14-7, Lions on top with 36 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, I'm like you, Byron. They should have used that timeout earlier.
Yeah, I mean, they ran a play with about 2 minutes left and ran a play, and, I mean, the next time they snapped the ball, about 40 seconds had gone off the clock. All right, so the line of scrimmage is the 47-yard line of Caroline. 1st and 10 for the Lions.
Wilson. Gonna throw. Dropping back. Looking downfield. Now he's being pressured. Looking for Hyder. Incomplete.
Oh.
And they had 2 men over there on him and a third one coming. 2nd and 10. And that play took about 8 seconds. 28 seconds to go.
And I tell you, Dickie, what I would really love to see them do in a situation like this is, instead of throwing the ball downfield like that, just get it to him out on the edge out here. Just throw it to him, but get him out on the edge and then let him use his ability running the ball.
He's going to throw. Wilson down the field. Got it. For a first down and more. He's still going. A great run after he caught the ball.
Now, at the very least, guys.
That was
it was 12.
That was 12.
for Louisa.
Lawrence.
It was Luntz. He made a great run after he caught the ball.
Right.
Luntz did.
And that should put them in field goal range, if nothing else.
But the clock's running. They got. Wait a minute.
Wait
we got a flag. We got a flag. Way back up here is a flag. I think everything's coming back. Let's see.
Yep.
All right, Louisa's coming back, so its flag has got to be against them. Holding Louisa. Yep, it's against Louisa. One thing is very evident, Byron. Since the frost bit the grass, you can't see those flags.
They're really hard to see.
We've had 13 penalties between the two teams that have been taken. We've had 2 that were not taken. So 15 total.
A lot of flags. And
Now they're looking at second and about 20.
Yep.
And we're looking at 19 seconds to go. See if the line's aired out here. Wilson, back to pass. Got time.
Got a
Now
man
he's got his
down
man
there.
open.
That's
he caught it.
Good catch.
He caught it.
He caught it. Once again.
Once again. All right, guys.
Timeout, Louisa.
At least see if we
Timeout,
can-
Louisa with 11 seconds to go. A great catch by Carson Luntz.
Wow.
That's going to be how many yards, fellas? 10, 20,
All right, the line's quickly
30.
up to the line of scrimmage, and they spike it to stop the clock with 8 seconds to go. I tell you one thing, Luntz made 2 beautiful catches. And the first one, he made a nice run on. They're going to try to run one more play before they try the field goal. They got 8 seconds to go. And they still have 1 timeout left.
Yeah, which is the reason they can try one more play.
Right. 14-7 Louisa. 8 seconds to go in the first half, and the Lions in Caroline territory on the Caroline 20-yard line. Wilson slipped and fell, and now Louisa calls the timeout.
He did that on purpose. He did that
yeah.
set up for the field goal. Wanted her in the middle of the field to do it.
Yep, he set the field goal up with that move. No doubt about it, Tommy. I agree with you. One time I agree with you, Tommy.
That's a couple times this year. You're getting slack.
All right, this is not a short field goal, 40 yards. It's going to be put down on the 30 and makes it a 40-yard field goal.
And Birdie was doing an Eric Church out there and Blake Melhalf, weren't they, when he's packing packing that area ready.
This 14-7 ball game.
Jeff, excuse me, Byron, too many children.
It was one of those boys.
It was one of them boys.
Yeah, it was
That's
one of those boys.
4 seconds to go in the first half, and what has been a very competitive first half between Louisa and Caroline. And the Lions will try to make this a 2-score ball game on Berry's 40-yard field goal.
Caroline just ran a guy in the middle of their defense. Looked like he's about 9 feet tall. Good gracious, he's tall.
And block it. They blocked the field goal. They can pick it up and run it. He's running it, and they tackle him down on the 40-yard line, and that's going to end the first half. They blocked the field goal. And Byron, they poured through to block it.
They poured through. Yep.
That put them about a half a second off the way the ball got back to the holder.
Yeah.
And that little half a second, the defense came through.
Yeah, they did. Well, that was quite an interesting first half here in the jungle tonight. And at half, it is Louisa 14, Caroline 7. And I would have to say this thing at halftime is a little bit more competitive ball game than most people thought it was going to be.
If you are sitting on the other side of the field in the Caroline stands, or if you're going into the Caroline locker room, you got to feel pretty good about where you are right now. I mean, you're one play away from a tie game, or even potentially being ahead with a 2-point conversion. And they've shown the ability, although they haven't tried it very much, they've shown some ability to complete some passes down the middle of the field against Louisa. And, Dickie, to your point, Caroline's defense has done an outstanding job shutting Hyder down in the first half.
Yep. The other scores of the regionals that we have, Huguenot is beating Spotsylvania 36-10. And Cortland and Varina, the last score we had was 47-0 Varina.
Wow, that is a. I'm not surprised that Varina's ahead, but I'm surprised that they're ahead by that score at that point in the ball game.
The Huguenot Spotsy game is in the third quarter, and Huguenot's up 36-10. I'll say one thing with Spotsylvania. Huguenot hadn't given up but 21 points the whole season since that first game against St. Chris. Well, Spotsylvania's put 10 points up on them tonight. And the coach for Huguenot stated he thought Huguenot had the best defense in the state.
Yep. I heard that's what he said.
Yep. And we're trying if we can get a score on Hanover and Dinwiddie as well. Well, Tommy ain't got quite as much to add up over tonight.
Not as much.
All right. See if we can get some other scores. All right.
Yeah, and in the first half tonight, I mean, Louisa won the toss and deferred. So Caroline started out. They punted on their first possession. I think they picked up one first down and then punted. And then Louisa actually took the ball and went on a 63-yard drive. And Hyder had a 5-yard TD run. That was at the 5:26 mark of the first quarter, put Louisa up 7-0. Caroline actually came back on their next drive, and Louisa let them convert a 3rd and 16 from their own 16-yard line. There was also a pass interference penalty, and then another 32-yard TD pass, and that was at the with 14 seconds left in the first quarter. That tied the game up at 7 apiece. And then at the 8:47 mark of the second quarter, Creasy had a 17-yard run, and that was a 3-play drive by Louisa, 52-yard drive, and that put the lines up by a score of 14-7. And then Louisa did have a chance there just as the first half ended. They were attempting, I think, what would have been about a 40-yard field goal, but it was blocked by Caroline. So, and Louisa was trying to go up 17-7, but the score remains at 14-7 at the half. Louisa will get the ball to start the second half, but the halftime score: Louisa 14, Caroline 7.
All right, I got a bunch of scores over in there, Baron. In this region, Dinwiddie in the third quarter is beating Hanover 35-7. Huguenot is beating Spotsylvania in the third quarter 36-10. And Varina is beating Cortland in the third quarter 47-0. And some other scores from other teams in this region. Heritage is beating Western Albemarle 35-3. Wilson Memorial is beating Fluvanna 28-14. And Culpeper is beating Goochland 42-0.
Okay.
And Tommy is adding them up over here as we are if you kind of assess the first half, Byron, I don't think it's any doubt. Caroline came up here to Keon Hyder, and they've done a pretty good job of holding him down, too.
Yeah, they really have done a good job holding him down. I mean, he's had a couple of carries for no gain. I think he had maybe a negative play in there, and that has not happened all year. So now, if you're Louisa at halftime, hopefully they're in there and they're kind of talking that through, going, okay, if this is what they're going to do, if they're going to put 10 guys within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage, what can we do to exploit that? And I think if they can maybe throw some, get the Nelson guys in the pass game, and Lance made 2 nice catches there toward the end. There's some other guys that can do it. And I think that I kind of look to see maybe Wilson with a few more carries in the second half. And I'd like to see Creasy get a few more carries in the second half as well.
I think you will. Looking at what we've got right here now for Caroline, on the ground, Blake Morris, 2 carries for 6 yards. Coles, 8 carries for 26 yards. Number 0, 4 for 5 yards. Fletcher had 3 for 7. And number 18 had a 7-yard run. Rollins, number 12, had a 9-yard run. They were 19 carries, 60 yards in the air. Morris was 2 for 4 for 59 yards. So they had a total of, see where I wrote it down here, 119 total yards. Louisa Wilson was 2 for 5 for 31 yards. On the ground, Hyder, 12 carries, 44 yards. Wilson, 4 carries, 16 yards. Creasy, 4 carries, 48 yards. Nelson, 1 for 0. They had 108 yards on the ground, 31 there, 139 total yards for Louisa, 119 total yards for Caroline.
And I think it's only fair to say Louisa definitely misses having Carter out there on the field.
Oh, yeah. I think they miss him maybe – they might miss him more on defense, because he's just such a force back there on defense, and he has the ability to run across that back line. But he just gives you that extra dimension on the offensive side of the ball too, because not only can he carry it, but he's that deep threat. And, he's that threat that once he catches it, he can turn a routine pass play into a long touchdown.
And see, Caroline didn't have to contend to that tonight.
Right.
They know they can key on Hyder because they ain't got to worry about Carter.
They don't have to worry about Carter.
That makes a world of difference when you defense in Louisa.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like you, Byron. Get Creasy the ball a little more in the second half, too. They only came out in that formation that one time, and he got big yardage at one time with it. Then another time he was in the backfield itself.
Right.
What was the last Highland Springs, Glen Allen you had, Dickie?
I didn't. Let's see.
Because I've got a third quarter.
I got a 28-9 Highland Springs over Glen Allen.
They
in the
scored
fourth quarter.
again. Yeah, they scored again because I had 21-9.
All right, it's 28-9. It's in the fourth quarter now.
And 36-10 Huguenot over Spotsylvania, third quarter.
Yeah, that's the last score that Tim's texted me. Yeah.
And Varana Cortland, last thing was 47-0.
Yep, and Dinwiddie was beating Hanover 35-7.
Yeah. Okay.
That was in the third quarter. Culpeper's beating Goochland 42-0. That's in the fourth quarter.
So that's what, whoever wins this ball game here tonight has the formidable task of knowing that the other 3 teams are going to be left in your region are Dinwiddie, Marina, and Huguenot.
And the winner of this game would play Huguenot. And
that
the way it looks now. The winner of this game will play Huguenot, and it would be played next Saturday.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a murderer's row right there.
Right,
for sure.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah,
that is definitely a murderous row.
Those are some scary good football teams.
Yes.
One thing both teams have got to get a little better on in the second half is penalties, too.
Yeah, you know, Tommy, the other thing, though, is that, I mean, there have been an awful lot of holding penalties tonight, and, you know, you can almost call holding on every play if that's what you want to do. And so it'll be interesting when the coaches watch the film on these things and what they think. But, you know, you got to play the game. What gets called gets called, and there have been an awful lot of penalties tonight.
Hyder looks like he's missing that little bit of step, and that could come from inactivity. Of course, he's been working out the whole time, but it's just not the same as game-type preparedness.
Well, the one thing that we've been talking about for most of the season is how well Louisa's offensive line has performed. And the thing you can say tonight is you got to give some credit to Caroline's defensive front because they're getting some penetration, okay? Yeah. They're getting some push. But the other part of that is they've got 9 and 10 guys basically within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage, too.
And
so
as you said,
they're definitely loading the box.
We're going to see a little bit different formation probably in the second half for Louisa because of that?
There's a possibility. What I think, what I'd like to see them try to do is get the ball out to the edges a little quicker, okay? You know, the runs up the middle that they've had success with, if you kind of remember, is ones where Hyder's either gone in motion or they've kind of faked it to him, and then Wilson or somebody's run the ball up the middle. But they're going with Hyder to the edge, and then it opens up the middle a little bit.
Going to be interesting, and there's a lot of time left.
Well,
yep.
Yeah, we said it at the top of the broadcast. There's no easy outs, you know, left for Louisa anymore. I mean, these are real football teams you're playing against now.
Right. As Dickie did earlier, telling about what the record was for each of the teams in this region.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I don't think any other region has got anywhere near the firepower of the 8 teams that were in this.
And them top 4, they are just unreal. I mean, when you look at all right, we probably got another score on Huguenot and Spotsylvania that I just got text to me. Still 36-10 as far as I know.
Louisa band going off the field.
Yep.
Not going to get to lay a game for the band this week?
No.
You think in 40-some years of doing this, we have seen a lot of firsts. And that was the first that I'd ever seen of a band causing the team to have a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah. But we may have seen a delay a game at halftime before, though. But that time, Coach, it was on the band this time.
Yeah.
You could get a lay. I think we may have seen a lay a game at halftime when one team was late coming out the locker room.
Coming out, right.
Right.
That sounds like something Rick Survey would do.
Something that you have to, they have to wait for the other team to get out down the field. I've seen some lay of the game flags in that situation. I tell you one thing, Caroline brought a good crowd with them.
They really did.
They got people in the stands. They also got people standing on the fence too, and they got another set of bleachers or 2 over there. People in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good to see.
Yeah, it was it's a huge crowd here tonight.
Yeah, that's
no question about that.
I mean that's what you expect, and really what you want to see is fans supporting their team, especially when it gets to this time of year. I mean that's no short trip from Carolina over here, so it's good to see that group of people, that number of people that follow them and are supporting them.
14-7 is the score at halftime. And Tommy, you and I have made that trip to Caroline quite a few times over the years when they were in the battlefield, and that you kind of go through the jumps to get to Caroline.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's see, we go through Green Bay, Beaver Dam,
that's right.
All the different little.
Yeah.
Dickie said, "Turn here, turn
Hewlett.
here."
I think's where we turned. Yeah, that's where we made the turn.
And one night, it was before they put up the railroad crossing signs every which way. One night we were coming back, and we saw the light was the only reason we were able to stop in time, I think.
All right, we're waiting for the two. Here come the Caroline Cavaliers back on the field, and Louisa will be coming back on the field. We'll be getting ready for the start of the second half here in the jungle tonight. All right. I'm going to dig really deep down here tonight.
All right, Dickie is helping out with the draw here tonight.
All right, the Huguenot Spotsylvania score is now 44-10 Huguenot. And if Louisa prevails and wins this ball game tonight, it'll be Huguenot who will be traveling to the jungle for a ball game next Saturday. There won't be any more games on Friday night. They will go to Saturday starting next week.
Cavaliers look like they're ready for the second half.
Yeah. Waiting for Louisa to come back out.
Birdie's been practicing a little bit.
Well, I tell you one thing, when he tried that field goal, he got smothered. He never had a chance to get that thing off.
Well, and as I said, I know Caroline ran a guy in that was in the middle of their defensive line on that, and he looked like he was 6'6", 6'7". I mean, he was a tall kid.
That full head of steam coming out of there too.
So, and I don't have any idea whether he's the one that blocked it or not, but yeah, that one really didn't have a chance.
The other thing that could have happened, after they blocked it, the ball bounced back this way. That guy could have picked it up and run it for a touchdown.
Right.
But the Louisa guy tackled him. Yeah.
Yeah. So we talk about this very often about, the first few minutes of the third quarter can help to set the tone, and this is big. I mean, Louisa's up 14-7. They're going to have the ball to start the second half, and I think it's very important for them to come out and establish some offensive consistency and show the ability to move this ball down the field. I mean, the first time Louisa had the ball, they looked good. They had a 63-yard drive, moved it right down the field, but they've been a little bit inconsistent. That last possession, they completed a couple of nice passes down the field.
Right.
Lance made two nice catches down the field and at least got them in position to try the field goal. But this is big, I think. If they can push this ball down the field here and put points on the scoreboard, then, Dickie, I think that starts to tighten things up a little bit for Caroline and maybe get them to the point where they're not going to be able to keep playing the ball control that it seems like they've wanted to play up to this point.
Yeah, I'm right with you there, Byron. If Louisa gets this second half kickoff, goes down and scored, then this game plan that worked so well for Caroline in the first half, they kind of got to throw it out the window then because they're 2 touchdowns down.
Right.
Yeah, and that field goal toward the end of the first half may come in to play already.
Yeah. And also, if they stop Louisa on this first possession of the second half, old Mo kind of starts swinging to the other sideline, too.
Correct.
51 degrees, not too bad out
there
right now.
No, it's nice. Nice night for high school football. Great night. Yep.
Making sure all our fans are warm and cozy here at the jungle.
All right, here we go. Getting ready for the start of the second half. 14-7 ball game.
Maybe Bubba the Lion looking down on the Lions here coming in the second half. That was a great article that John wrote for the paper on that.
We got 4 games in this region tonight, and now this is the only one that's close.
This is the only one.
The other 3 are blowouts.
Right.
I'm surprised with the Cortland score more than anything.
Yeah. They're the 4 seed and the 5 seed, and the score is 47-0 Verona. Yep.
All right, the Lions will be receiving the second half kickoff.
Well, we got Louisa players on both sides of both ends of the field, and then they all got to go to the other end of the field. Some of them got turned around as to where they're going to be receiving the kick. All right.
Going back deep for Louisa is going to be Xavier Johnson.
Yeah, and he can run if he gets it.
Yep. He's got
He's shown he's got a lot of speed.
Back there also is Jaheim Jackson.
All right, here we go.
And
Opening kickoff to start the second half of a 14-7 Louisa lead.
And the kicker is number 23, Cody Swanton, a senior. And we're ready to roll. As soon as the official blows his whistle, which he does, going to come up and be taken by Johnson at the 20, 25 to the outside, 30, still on his feet and up to about the 34-yard line,
Yeah.
33 or 34. They think
That's
they're going to
when the
mark it
Lions take
33.
over to start the second half.
Good return.
Yep. Johnson is a young man that's gotten a lot better since the football season started, gotten a lot better.
Yeah. He and Davis had great pass and reception a few weeks ago.
All right, here come the Lions with their first play of the third quarter here in the jungle.
Wilson and Hyder in the backfield. Some confusion on the defense, looks like. They had to
Hyder
give
gets
it
the
to Hyder.
football going to the outside a little bit that time instead of straight off tackle.
Well,
Picked up about 5 yards.
Going to say his knee went down at the 39.
Yep, that's where he went down on a 39. Gain of 6. Wilson keeps the ball himself. Wilson's got running room. Cross midfield, down to the 45-yard line, and Byrne, he faked it to Hyder, and everybody went with Hyder.
Faked it to Hyder and took it right up the middle, and I think that's just a really nice play call.
Yep.
That's going to move it. Picked up 16 on that. That's going to move it to the 45-yard line of Caroline, where it's 1st and 10 for the Lions. Up 14-7. This is their first possession of the second half.
Wilson again calling the signals.
Hyder's
Gives it to
got
Hyder.
Hyder's got running room.
Going to pick up at least 4.
He just never has really been able to break that initial containment like we've seen him do.
Right.
They're bottling him up. They won't quite let him get that step that he needs to break that initial containment.
And they're tackling low. They're doing
Yep.
good, too, the tackling.
2nd and 6 across the way. Wilson gets the play from Coach Patrick.
$10-20 and counting in the third quarter. Louisa 14, Caroline 7. Regional playoff game.
Wilson gets a direct snap and doesn't get much.
Yeah, not much going that time.
We'll give him a yard.
Difference was, Byrne, that time it was a direct snap to Wilson, no fake to Hyder.
Right. All right, so maybe gain 1. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The line of scrimmage is right at the 40-yard line of Caroline.
And
3rd
Louisa, I'm
5.
sure, is in 4-down territory here.
I'm not sure that Caroline might just have 10 on the field.
Hand off to
Up
the blocking back. He's got some running room.
He's got the first down.
Yeah, he should have the
Well, you
first
think,
down.
yeah.
Yeah, he's got
Like
7.
Yeah, needed 5 and got 5 and a couple more.
Creasy. That time Wilson made a fake like he was passing the ball to Hyder across the field, and
Right.
Creasy got the direct snap.
All right, that moves the ball down to the 33-yard line. The opening drive of the second half for Louisa, and as we talked about, this would be a big drive if they could take this down and cash it in, go up by 2 scores.
Wilson going to throw it. And throws
Hyder.
it down the
Oh.
field.
Hyder
Wow.
made the catch.
Hyder
Really
made the catch.
Nice catch. He
Yes.
kind of reached back with one hand and his back shoulder and caught that thing. Kind of faked it to him a little bit.
Yep.
Then Hyder just continued out of the backfield, and he threw it to him. That was a well-designed play.
From the 33 to the 12.
Yep.
So
21 yards. First and 10, Louisa. From the Caroline 12 in their first possession of the second half. Hand off to Hyder, and Hyder is dropped.
Nice tackle.
Yep. Tackled him right around the ankles. Number 50 made that stop for the Caroline Cavaliers. Toro. Angelo Toro.
Yeah, good tackle.
It was.
All right. 2nd down and 6. They can get a first down. Ball's at the 8-yard line. 2nd and 6.
Donovan Nelson to the right. Ty Tyson to the left.
Wilson's got the football. Firing Hyder's blocking. And he's down around the 5, maybe just inside the 5.
Yep, going to make it to 4.
3rd and 3 across the way for the Louisa Lions. And they are chewing up some clock with this drive. They're getting the ball down now to 7-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. 3rd and goal from the 4.
They can still get a first
Yeah,
down.
they actually can get a first down.
Yeah.
So
They got 2 blocking backs in front of Hyder. Wilson gives the ball to Hyder. Hyder is he in?
Touchdown.
In for the touchdown.
4-yard
4-yard
TD run.
touchdown run. They put 2 blocking backs up there in front of him that time.
and he went down a little bit, but I think he went down on top of one of his blocking backs and rolled over him and ended up in the end zone. So good. I mean, that's exactly what Louisa needed to do. They took 5 minutes, 7:02 left in the 3rd quarter, and drove the ball 67 yards and ended up with the touchdown.
Erickson was one of those blocking backs for Louisa. Extra point is good. The Lions go up 21-7. Got a little breathing room now.
Yep. That was a 67-yard
Yep,
drive.
67-yard drive.
And 7 or 8 plays. I lost track there somewhere. But Hyder carried 3 times for 12. Creasy 1 for 7. Wilson 3 for 21.
And they threw a pass to Hyder.
Yep. and
Yeah,
then-
Tommy,
and a
I
22-yard pass.
Yeah, and Tommy, I had 8 plays.
8. Yep.
All right, 21-7 Louisa. That was Louisa's most impressive drive of the night, Byron.
Well, it is exactly, like we talked about at halftime, it's exactly what they needed to do is come out and establish the run game on that thing. So they threw the one pass to Hyder, and that was after they faked a run and play, and he just circled out of the backfield. That was a well-designed play.
He made a one hand over the shoulder.
It really was
catch
a good,
that time.
really was a good
Yes.
catch. It
Yes.
really was.
Now, as you said, Dickie, how is Caroline going to react to this?
Right.
Are they going to keep the same game plan of trying to control the ball and keep it out of Louisa's hand? Or are they going to say, we got to get back in this game?
Right. And throw caution to the wind.
Yep.
All right.
Birdie getting ready. Well, that one's
He put that one in
good.
the end zone.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
End
Caroline
zone.
was started on the 20, so he did his job. He pinned them deep to start this first possession of the 3rd quarter.
Final Highland Springs 28, Glen Allen 9.
All right. Caroline's first possession of the 3rd quarter comes with 7 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the third quarter, and the Cavaliers down 21-7. Yep, they're going back to running the football on the first down.
And that touchdown for Louisa came with how much time on the clock?
Erickson in on the stop.
7:02.
7:02.
7:02.
Another handoff, trying to go around the left end, and he is thrown down for maybe a little bit of a loss on that play.
All right, 3rd and 7 across the way for the Cavaliers. And that first 2 plays were just like they ran the first half. You would think they're going to air it out here.
Coach didn't lose his patience. Got Fletcher and Davis over here at the
He's going to throw
left.
it. Rolling out.
Now
Now he's
he's
going to
gonna-
run it. And he's going to be
Short.
short of the first down, and I'm inclined to think they're going to go for it. They're going to have 4th and about, let's see where they mark it down. 4th and about 2.
Yep.
Nope, 4th and about 1.
Yeah, Louisa blitzed its linebacker that time and flushed him out of the pocket immediately, and he just kind of took off around the left end. Got close to the yardage he needed, but came up a little bit short. So, as you said, Dickie, 4th and 1 at the 29-yard line.
Now on 29 now. So this very well could be the ball game if they don't make this, Byron.
Right.
Yep.
Let's see
4th
if
and 1 from their own 29.
See if they try to pull Louisa offside first.
All right. Oh, they almost got a guy to jump offside. Did he jump?
He did.
That gives them the first down. Let's see. Wait a minute. They may say,
Delay
no,
a game.
no, they say Caroline
That's
move.
one of those delay
Caroline
a game.
move.
Delay a game.
Oh, it's delay of game?
Another delay a game.
Boy, that is one costly penalty for Caroline.
Now the punting team.
Now they got
comes
to
up.
punt it. Boy, that's a game changer there.
Yep,
Yeah.
it
You're
really
going
is.
for it on 4th and 1, and you
Right.
have to delay of the game, and now you got to punt it. That's a game changer.
And Louisa should have good field position
Yep.
too.
Yep. That is a game changer right there.
All right, so they'll be punting the ball from their own 24-yard line.
Good snap. Kind of a line drive kick. Hits the ground. And Louisa's going to take over on their own 43-yard
43,
line.
44.
Yep, that might be the 44, Tommy, why they put it down.
All right, so a good start to the second half for the Lions.
And if you're Caroline, Byrne, that is a backbreaker on a 4th and 1
Yeah.
for a delay of the game penalty.
Yeah, I mean, you're down 2 scores. And so now, depending on what Louisa does, I mean, it's 4.5 minutes left. I mean, Louisa could chew this clock up for the remainder of the third quarter, and that puts us into the fourth quarter down at least 2 scores and maybe more.
Yep. All right, here come the Lions.
And Raglan is a blocking back right there now.
Hand off to Hyder. Hyder's
Hyder.
got some running room. There goes Hyder. He's gone. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Louisa Lions.
That's what we've been looking
That's
for.
what they've been waiting for all
right.
night long.
And
56 yards, Tommy.
And I immediately looked back up the field, guys, to see if one of those hankies was up there, and I said, don't see any dirty laundry on the field, Tommy.
Nope. And that was
56 yards, Tommy.
56 yards.
Comes
and
with
a touchdown.
4:20 to go in the third quarter, and that's what these fans been waiting for all night long. For Hyder to break one. And Ag, if you don't contain him at the line of scrimmage,
Right.
he gets in that secondary, you're in
Right.
trouble. You are in trouble. All right, extra point coming.
That should have loosened his legs up a little bit. Mm-hmm. He showed that flash and burst of speed when he was around the 30-yard line.
That's right, he sure did.
Yeah, he run his own blockers.
Well, I don't know what something's going on with the officials. Talking to Coach Patrick, they're lined up to kick the extra point, but I don't quite understand. Still talking. Two officials over there talking to Coach Patrick.
Was there exuberant celebration?
I don't know. Now they go and talk to the Caroline coach. If there was an excessive celebration, they're going to penalize you on the kickoff.
But
that's what it may be. It may be excessive celebration.
That's been the emphasis this year, too, is to cut down on that.
All right, let's see.
For the player who does it, it's no punishment on that?
No punishment on that.
For the team.
It's the team. I bet that unsportsmanlike Louisa, that was excessive celebration. Yep. Caroline is probably elected to take it on the kickoff. Yep. Touchdown's good.
Yep.
Excessive celebration came after the touchdown.
So why is the cannon going off down there? I'm not sure. But anyway.
Well, it didn't go off for the touchdown like it usually does. That's what happened. They had to wait till everything was done.
All right, Lions kicking the extra point. Then we get the penalty for the excessive celebration. PAT is good.
Well, they got a flag here.
We got a flag.
Let's see what's going on here.
All right, let's see what we got here. Because we're going to have a 15-yard penalty on the kickoff.
Excessive smoke on Louisa.
Yes.
All right. And here we go. Coming over here to talk to Coach Patrick again. They picked we think they picked the flag up. Let's see. Now we're going to get the signal from an official. It is
roughing the kicker. Personal foul, roughing the kicker.
Yeah,
well, they signaled the penalty.
Yeah, he had to have pointed the wrong way.
Yeah, he signaled the penalty against Louisa.
So
the penalty is against Caroline. Now they're going to kick off.
Well, I think we got two.
Are they going to kick off where they should kick off now?
That's what I would say is going to happen now.
All right. Well, the excessive celebration, unsportsmanlike conduct is a 15-yard penalty.
Unsportsmanlike.
All right. They're going to step that off now. That's the 15-yarders. That's going to put it back to the 25-yard line.
Then
they're going to step off the penalty against Caroline.
That's going to be a 5-yarder?
Nope. I think that's going to be a 10-yarder, and they're going to kick off from a 35-yard line. Nope. They're going to step off 15 against them, too. So they're going to kick off right where they would have, on the 40-yard line. Right where they would have.
All right, so I see that Western Albemarle is down to Heritage 49-3 in the fourth quarter.
You see Fluvanna Wilson Memorial?
Yeah, I think the last one I saw was 35-22 in favor of Wilson Memorial.
Fluvanna giving them a ball game.
Culpeper 49, Goochland 0.
All right, the ball bounds out of bounds, and Caroline's going to get it on their own 35-yard line to start the winding down in the third quarter. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Louisa's kind of broke it open now. 28-7 Lions. That 56-yard run by Hyder, kind of broke it open. Carter has not played at all tonight.
And let's see if they start airing it out now.
Yeah, they got to start airing it out now. They done got 3 touchdowns down. Yep, there they go. Back to throwing it. Still running with it back there. Going to throw it. And the ball's dropped.
And quarterback in that time was number 12. And that's Rawlings.
All right. Do we possibly have a late hit down here on
I
the sideline?
think we might have something over here on the sidelines, Baron. I was wondering if they were going to throw a flag over here. Because after the guy dropped the pass, he got hit.
He got drilled.
Right. He got drilled.
And we can't really tell from where we are.
Yep. Nope. We got a penalty against
Holding.
Caroline.
Holding against Caroline.
That's what the flag was all about.
You know, here comes Raglan off. Raglan last time on that play that Hyder scored a touchdown, Raglan was in the backfield as a blocking back. First time I've seen that.
That's a big blocking back. 300 and some pounds.
Yeah.
All right, 1st and 20. And now the line of scrimmage is back at the 25-yard line.
Back to pass.
Rollins looking downfield, throwing downfield.
Intercepted. '24 intercepted the ball. Time in for Louisa.
That's our man Johnson.
And that's Johnson. And how much better he has gotten as this season is going on. Unbelievable. He picked off one last week, too.
Right.
Oh, he broke one up last week.
Yep.
Yeah. He
had a
picked
good-
that one off. He didn't break this one up. He picked it off. Great job by Johnson. Xavier Johnson, a 6'3", 145-pound junior. You're probably going to hear a lot about him come
Right.
next football season.
Right.
Might hear about him during basketball season.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Now, Louisa's, there's, you know, as the saying goes, there's blood in the water right now.
Yep.
I think Louisa's got a chance to really break this game open.
45-yard line.
Give it to Hyder. Hyder's going to pick up 9,
Yep.
8 or 9.
That was a nice interception by Johnson, too. Nice interception. He went up there and got it.
Give him 8 yards on that.
2nd and 2 for the Lions, up 28-7, and threatening to turn this one into a rout now after a very close, hard-fought first half.
He bounces off one tackle and
It'll be close to a first down.
may have enough for the first down. Let's see.
Big number 73 for Carolines played quite a ball game tonight. LeBron Walker, 6'1", 279-pound senior. 3rd and 1.
All right.
Clock running. We're down to under 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
There we got Raglan in the backfield again.
Yep, blocking back.
Hyder's actually split out wide to the left.
Wilson keeps the ball, and Wilson is going to be stopped. He didn't get the first down.
Going to be about, well, let's see. One official is marking it close to the 45. One is doing it not quite as close to the 45.
And Wilson is getting up slow, guys. He's not good, I don't think.
Nope, he's limping. He is limping. And the guy hit him. Torrey was the guy that hit him, and he nailed him pretty good. I think they would have to get Wilson out the
Here
ball
comes
game.
Jackson.
Yep, Wilson's coming out.
Call a timeout.
They're not going to get the play off. Play clock's about ready to expire.
They're
Call
going
a
to take a
timeout.
timeout.
Yep.
And they're over here working on Wilson, Byrne, and I'm not really sure what. He came out limping. He went to the sidelines, and he fell down on the ground, and I was trying to see if it was maybe a cramp or something, but I don't know whether that's what it is or not. We're not going to speculate. Yep, The way it looks, it was because Wilson ran on back out on the field.
Well, I'm very surprised at that, and I'm very I'm very happy that he's back in the game because he popped up, and it didn't to me look like it was a cramp. It looked like he had hurt his ankle or his knee or something. The way it was. So, Tommy, he's a couple times tonight. To take nothing away from him, I think his strength, he being Wilson, his strength running the ball is more straight ahead north and south. A couple times he's tried to veer it out to the outside, and he's not as effective as when he's just going north and south.
Hand off to Hyder.
He got it, but not by a lot.
I'll tell you one thing, Carolina is giving ground grudgingly here on the Burn.
Yeah, they are making him – he's earning his yards tonight.
Yep.
He is earning his yards.
By far, this is the toughest ball game he's had.
Yep.
By far.
All right. Line of scrimmage is now the 44-yard line.
And we got a minute 40 and counting to go here in the third quarter. Louisa on top, 28-7. 2 blocking backs in there.
122 yards for Hyder.
Hyder's got the football. He got a few more on that one, Tommy.
All right, and what I will say now to Dickie is that Louisa's offensive line is doing a better job the second half because they're getting some push on that line of scrimmage.
They give him 9 on that one.
All right. First down across the way.
Well, now they give him 10. Okay.
Wilson gets to play. It's good to see that Wilson's all right because he's trotting back and forth between the sidelines and the huddle. He looks like he's fine now.
Yeah, I really was worried that he'd hurt his ankle or lower leg there somehow, but I'm glad he's back in there.
Wilson's going to run the football. Wilson's got some running room, and he's running hard too.
And that, Tommy, that's where he's at his best, running the ball.
Yep.
Not the side to side, lateral, sideline to sideline, but the straight ahead north and south stuff. He's good at it.
This one's coming back.
Yeah, got a
penalty. We got 59 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
He seems to like running on that left side too, Byron.
Yeah, he does. He does.
I just thought about some of the other runs this season he's had.
Mm-hmm. All right, so they're going to back up with that penalty to the 41-yard line where it's going to be first and looks like about 17.
Yep. This might be the last play of the third quarter. Could be the last play of the third quarter. Man in motion. Snap is to the blocking back.
Yeah, there was movement in there. I think it may we may have offsides on the defense. Let's see though.
And I'm getting.
Tommy, you getting Charlie horse?
I'm getting the cramp.
No, they called movement on procedure on Louisa, so they're going to back them up 5 more yards. So they had a holding penalty and now movement. So they are going the wrong direction right now.
And stopping the clock, too.
So they are now back at the 46-yard line where it's first and 22.
Everybody bunched in together this time.
And off to Nelson, and he goes nowhere.
Nice play.
Number 9 comes in.
And that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. And the score after 3 quarters here in the jungle tonight is Louisa 28, Caroline 7. The Lions scoring all 14 points in the third quarter that was scored. All right, we'll see if we can get some final scores on some of these other games that started at 7 o'clock. The score on the Huguenot-Spotsy game is now 44-10. So Not sure whether that's a final or not, but I'm thinking it's got to be getting pretty close to a final score on that one. All right. Tommy, you going to see what you can find over there?
Let's see what I can find, too. West Virginia women beat the Blue Devils of Duke. Thomas Jefferson, 42. King William, 8.
That's a surprise.
Yeah. And Varana Cortland was the final.
Final was what?
47-6.
47-6.
Yep.
All right, Varana over Cortland, 47-6 tonight. That puts Varana and Dinwiddie playing next week.
Huguenot 52, Spotsylvania 10.
52-10 was the final.
Yep. And Dinwiddie 42-14 over Hanover in the fourth quarter.
Now, Louisa's opponent next week beat Spotsylvania 52-10.
Wilson Memorial playing Fluvanna.
Yep.
35-23 Wilson Memorial.
At a final?
At this time, not a final yet.
And what was the final on Hanover and Dinwiddie?
Handoff
goes to
Hyder, and that actually was a swing pass.
Okay, a swing pass.
It's a quick pass out to the right flat. And prior to that play now, it was second down and 22 to go. And he gained 21. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 1, and the ball is now down to the 25-yard line. So picked up 21 yards on 2nd and 22.
Yeah, and Hyder's got 43 yards.
That's the blocking back with the football now, and he got the first down.
All right, we got extra stuff going on over here between two players, and a flag is on the ground.
That was between Creasy and somebody from Carolina.
Number 11. Yeah. Number 11, Joshua Davis, or Hosea Davis.
All right, the referees want to sort this one out as we start the fourth quarter here.
And actually, I thought the player involved on Louisa's side was Donovan Nelson.
Okay, well, maybe it was. Maybe it was.
Anyway, it was extracurricular activity, Dickie, for sure.
There was some probable cause for it, probably.
The thing you have to watch here is if somebody gets thrown out the ball game. And then I think they can't play the first half next week. So they stepped it off against Louisa. The penalty stepped off against Louisa, 15 yards.
I think it
late hit.
Yeah, I think it still should be first down. Let's see. No.
All right. First down. And we actually end up with looks like
first and 10.
First and 10. Yep, first and 10.
All right, ball's at the 33-yard line.
There's Hyder
There goes Hyder.
And he got about 8 or 9, I think, on that one. Let's see.
Yep, 9.
All right. 2nd and 1. Ball's down to the 24-yard line now.
Hyder gets the ball again, and he doesn't get much. Number 50 has played quite a ball game tonight for Caroline.
Might be a first down. Let's see what they...
He's in on that stop again. Angelo Torrey, a 5'9", 230-pound senior. He has made his presence felt.
And I can tell he's made a couple of nice plays, and I will give the credit to him. He is going low, Tommy, to your point, with Hyder. He is going down, low down on his legs, and he's wrapping him up.
Yeah, he is. He's played a whale of a ball game.
3rd and 1 with 10:30 and counting to go in the ball game. 28-7, Louisa over Caroline. Wilson's got the first down. He's going to get 3.
All right, that should move the chains.
Dinwiddie 49, Hanover 14.
Is that a final, Tommy?
Fourth quarter still.
All right, 49-14.
Yeah.
Well, all three of them have won big. 49-14, Dinwiddie. Huguenot 52-10, and Verona 47-6.
All right, play clock is going to get Louisa here if they don't hurry. Up
Blocking back.
They barely got that play off before the play clock
Creasy was the
expired.
ball carrier.
Picked up 6.
2nd and 4 across the way. Clock winding down, and the Lions are going to be facing Huguenot. It looks like next Saturday in the jungle.
Saturday in the park. Somebody had an equipment problem, having to go off the field.
All right.
Start the clock up.
Wilson in the backfield with Hyder. Ball is handed to Hyder. Hyder breaks a tackle. Hyder breaks another tackle, and he's down inside the 5.
They're going to mark him as 6. So 10 yards on that.
I tell you what, 10 yards, Tommy, but that might have been his best run of the night.
Right.
I'm telling you, he broke a couple tackles and made a move in there. That was a nice run.
Able to get that twisting move that he has going.
Yeah. All right, 1st and goal at the 6.
Tell you one thing they're doing, Byron, just like we said, they are hitting him low. They aren't trying to hit him up high. They're hitting him low.
No, they're definitely going down from the knees down. They're getting low on him.
Wilson to Hyder. Hyder is going to be stopped short of the goal line, just short of the goal line.
On the 1. Give him 4 on that.
And Tommy, was
Inside
that
8 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think, was that all right? Yeah, Hyder is in the game, isn't
Right, yep.
Yeah,
He's right
that's
next
Hyder.
to Wilson.
All right.
On the
Right by Wilson's Hyder. Wilson's got the ball,
Oh,
and he
good.
didn't get in.
he? Good job by the
That interior line of
Caroline
Caroline
defense,
has
good
played a
job.
whale of a ball game tonight.
They got some big dudes, I say, on both sides of the ball. Be no gain on that. Caroline does a lot of moving of people.
All right, 3rd and goal. Pitch back to Hyder, coming to the outside, touchdown.
yeah, that was a
2-yard TD run.
that was a nice play call there
Yeah.
because
2 yards, Tommy.
2 yards.
right, Caroline was putting their defensive pressure right up the middle between the tackles, and Wilson took the snap and just kind of did a quick pitch, almost an option type look to Hyder around the right end, and he just kind of walked it into the end zone that time.
6:56 to go in the ball game, and the Lions go up 34-7. Extra point coming. And Byron, you kind of wonder why you don't, and you may do that next week, why you don't see more of that flipping the ball to Hyder on the outside.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, especially when you got the defense kind of packed up
Right.
there in the middle like that.
Right.
get him out on the edge where instead of, 5 or 6 guys that he's got to contend with, he's got 2.
Barry with
was
the
good.
PAT. And on that particular pitch out, he made it look easy.
Yeah.
35-7. 6:56 to go in the ball game, and Lions have salted this one away and advanced to the semifinals of the region next Saturday against Huguenot, who was victorious tonight over Spotsylvania 52-10.
Just think Spotsylvania scored 10 points on them, where Manchester
Manchester
Division
scored
6.
Yeah. And Spotsylvania got theirs early in the ball
Yeah.
game. Manchester got theirs late. But once they got those 10, they didn't get any more either.
No.
Right.
Yep. All right, getting ready for the kickoff here. And what has been a beautiful night for football in the jungle, and a huge crowd on hand. And I see a lot of people across the way getting ready to make the trip back to Caroline, Byron, beginning to leave.
Well,
Yep.
but I will say this, and of course the game's not over yet, but they absolutely can be very proud of their football team this
Yes,
year.
they
They've
should.
Had they've had a good season.
Yeah, they've had a good season, and they represented themselves well here tonight against Louisa.
Absolutely. I mean, this was a one-score game. I mean, this game was one play away from being a tie game up until kind of midway in the third quarter.
Comes the pooch again, and he went down. So it'll be about the 35-yard line.
Yep, that's where they'll take over.
Cavaliers. Have you seen anywhere Blake Morris lately, the quarterback? Remember, because Rollins came in, and I have not seen number 7. See who's back there now.
He's back there.
He's back there
He's
now.
back there now. Yeah.
Yep, there he is. One of 0 is the one they've got marked as athlete.
All right.
Delay a game.
Delay of game.
That's the most delay of games I've seen on a team since Little League.
Well, I'm going to tell you, what they've gotten, 4 or 5 delay of games tonight?
They had 4 in the first half,
Okay.
and they've had another 4 at least here in the second half.
That's a lot of delay of games.
Yeah.
A lot. Yes, it is. Back to pass. Being chased. And he's
Got him.
tackled. Run down from behind.
Raglan, one of the guys there.
Axel Franco, I believe, was the other guy, Tommy, that got him.
Okay.
Yep.
Coming out for Louisa, Isaiah Wright.
Yeah, his helmet came off.
Yeah, haven't called his number much tonight.
He lost 10 yards, lost more than 10 yards, lost about 12 yards on that sack. 2nd and 22 for the Cavaliers. Back to pass. Rolling out. He's going to run it now. He's at 30, 35. And he can run. He can run.
Should have been a holding back on the 17-yard line. The guy even stepped over him. And
No holding, and he
hold.
showed some speed on that carry. I think he had the reputation of being a quarterback who was fast. You saw it that time.
Yeah, I mean, he had, I think, 12 rushing TDs coming into tonight's ball game. So
Yep.
very capable what he could do running the ball.
1st and 10 on the Louisa 46. Back to pass. Now he's going to run. Got some guys chasing him. Throws the ball downfield. And it is
Erickson was back there on coverage.
it's complete. for a gain of 5 yards. Second and 5. He did a whole lot of running. Finally got rid of the ball and completed it for a 5-yard gain.
All right, we are under 6 minutes, 5 minutes and 53 seconds in tonight's ball game. Louisa up 35-7.
Back to pass again. Airs it out downfield, and his receiver makes a nice
Great
catch.
Yeah.
And that was number
Was that Coleman, 18?
6. Number 6
Number
made
6.
that catch, Tommy.
Pryor?
For Caroline, that's Pryor. That is Pryor. Yeah,
Yep.
Pryor made the catch for a Caroline first down. All right, here come the Cavaliers up to the line of scrimmage. On the 30-yard line of Louisa. First and 10. Morris. And Caroline's going to take a timeout. With 5:37 to go in the football game. And Lions on top 35-7.
All right, all you listeners out there, it started off a little slow, but Louisa, the second half, made the adjustments.
Yeah, they've come out and played very well in this, especially in that third quarter. So they are holding on to that slim 14-7 lead at halftime, and they opened it up in the third quarter.
Yep. They scored twice in the third quarter on a 4-yard run by Hyder and a 56-yard run by Hyder. And the only score in the fourth quarter was a 2-yard run by Hyder. All right, here come the Cavaliers up to the line of scrimmage. Down 35-7 as this one's winding down. Louisa's going to go to 11-0 and be facing Huguenot next Saturday in the jungle. All right. Throwing the ball in the end zone, and it is incomplete.
Incomplete.
We got a flag. We got pass interference. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty against Louisa.
Tommy, maybe more penalty yards than offensive yards by the time the game's over.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Louisa's don't come cheap, though.
No,
They don't have delay of game.
No, they don't mess around with the little things, do they? All right, that's going to move the ball down to the 15-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 for Caroline.
All right.
Well, we got some kind of movement or the play clock with a delay of game. Nope, they're sending out a Louisa player.
And that's actual Franco, I believe, that they sent out to the sideline.
And Trace Grooms coming in, all 300 and some pounds.
Yeah, Franco's the guy that came out.
Okay.
Here we go. Back to throw. Looking in the end zone.
Good
Incomplete.
defense that time.
I believe that was Shaw back there defending for Louisa. And he made a nice play on that one. He's the one who got called for the pass interference before. All right, 2nd and 10 from the 15. 5:22 to go in the football game. 35-7 Louisa.
Oh, it looked like a lot of movement on
Back
that
to
line.
pass.
that
There he
time.
is in the
Wide
end
open.
zone.
Oh!
He caught it.
Caught it.
For a touchdown.
Popped it up in the air, the Louisa defender did, and into the arms of the receiver.
I don't think it's a touchdown, though, is it?
No.
Something happened on the play. It's a
I
penalty against somebody. The guy that caught the ball for Caroline was Blair Morris, the quarterback's brother, but we aren't sure that's going to be a touchdown. It's not going to be a touchdown.
Christian Bradley coming in for the Lions. There was no play. The whistle was before the play got off.
Evidently no play at all because it's 2nd and
Right.
10.
They said no play at all.
It's Groundhog Day here, Tommy.
That's what
right?
they said. Handoff this time.
Up the middle, going to be a gain of about 6.
Yep.
They're going to be Coles. But we got something else going on down there.
I think it was number 0, Tommy, but
All right.
All right, we are
Third
now, let's see,
down.
3rd and 5. The ball's at the 10-yard line.
Caroline bringing somebody else in the ball game.
We're approaching 4 minutes.
And then they're bringing somebody else in. They're going to get delay a game again if they don't watch out. All right, here we go. They're going to try to get the play off.
Quarterbacks.
He
right.
kept it, and he went nowhere.
All right.
Lost a yard.
That's going to bring up 4th down and probably 7 or 8 to go.
Christian Bradley was in on that stop for Louisa.
Yeah, he had just come in right before that.
Yeah, Caroline was definitely sort of didn't quite know what was going on. There was guys running in and out and a lot of confusion on their part. So,
4th and 8 for the Cavaliers.
Dropping
Morris
straight
back to pass, looking in the end zone.
oh, broken up.
Good.
Nice.
Nice
Yep.
defensive play.
Yeah, good play.
And there was a double-digit number.
Johnson was back there for 1. Also back there for Louisa. Tommy was number 32.
All right. So
And
good.
that would be
Daquan
Daquan Anderson.
All right. So the Lions
I think it was Johnson that knocked it
hold
away.
Caroline that time. Don't let them score. So hanging on that 35-7 lead. Lions will have the ball now. 3.5 minutes left. So Dickie, with a couple of first downs, Louisa can salt this thing away.
Caroline's only touchdown came way back in the first quarter, Baron.
Right.
Only touchdown they got.
Louisa takes over at their own 12.
And they should be able possibly to run the clock out. We got 3:33 to go. All threes up there.
I think Jaheim Jackson's going to be the quarterback now.
Well, Louisa's missing a man. Creasy is in the backfield. Heido's out the ball game, and Wilson's out the ball game there for Louisa. And Carter has never played in the ball game tonight. They wanted to let him heal up completely so he'd be ready for next week when they play Huguenot.
Yeah, Dustin Nelson and Hyder discussing things at the 40-yard line. Jackson gives it off up the middle.
That's Creasy.
All right. And he's just bowling over guys.
Creasy got a first down.
And he's out close to the 25-yard line.
So a 13-yard gain.
And Byron, this is one ball game where Louisa starters have to play the whole ball game. They may be taking a few of them out here now, but basically the whole ball game tonight.
They've played more tonight than they've played since in most games this year. That's for sure.
Yep.
Colt 45 in as a blocking back. Jackson
Creasy
hands
again.
it off.
Creasy's got running room. Creasy is across the 40 up to around the 43-yard line.
So that's going to be an 18-yard gain on that one.
Yeah, and you can tell, Dickie, watching. I mean, Louisa, has just kind of worn down Caroline's defensive front at this point in the game, because these last couple plays with Creasy carrying the ball, they've just kind of gashed them for big runs. So we'll be down. All right, well, the referees are stopping the clock right now, so let's see what we got going.
They sit there and
must have a timeout.
Blake Morris had an equipment problem, I think, too, and went out.
2:31 to go in the ball game. 35-7 Louisa, and as we said, they'll be playing Huguenot next Saturday here in the Jungle, and there's no question about it, Huguenot will be by far the best football team Louisa's played this year.
Yeah, I mean, we said it at the beginning of tonight's game that the level of competition was stepping up. Well, I tell you what, it's going to go up a couple steps.
It is
next week. So
they're playing a team that beat Spotsylvania tonight 52-10. You're also playing a team that gave up 20 points, I believe, the first game of the season. And since then, counting what they gave up tonight, they've given up 31 points the rest of the season, including tonight's game.
Right.
And the forecast for next Saturday, rain and 63 degrees. Friday night looks beautiful.
Well, we can't play it Friday night, that's for sure. That's not a Louisa decision. That's a regional decision.
Creasy coming out.
And with a week ahead, you don't know what the weather might be.
No.
Easily could change.
Dustin Nelson comes in. He got the play from Coach Patrick. Relays it to Jackson.
2.5 minutes left in tonight's ball game. Louisa up 35-7.
Jackson's going to keep it. Jackson's got running room. Jackson's at the 40,
Jackson's got
30, 20, 10. Louisa line. Touchdown for Jackson.
59-yard touchdown
59-yard run by Jackson for a Louisa touchdown.
And he showed his speed
He
that
did
time.
that. He did that.
I've never seen him run quite as fast as that.
Yeah.
2:20 to go.
Once he broke through the line, he was, I think he told himself, I'm not getting caught. I'm going to that end zone.
And Byron, if you see this score in the morning, you'll say, well, every one of the teams won blowouts, but this one wasn't exactly a blowout to the fourth quarter.
No. But Dickie, this is when you get to this level of competition, sometimes it's kind of like that boxing match. Those first few rounds, you're just kind of feeling each other out a little bit. But Louisa has definitely, physically, they have worn Caroline's defensive front down in this second half. There's no question about that.
Very evident on that drive. They just wore them out.
Right.
Yep. Just wore them out. Yep.
They got a big dose of Hyder in the second half.
Yep.
I mean, because you look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 carries in the second half to go with 12 he had in the first half.
That's 25 carries.
25 carries.
That is by far the most he's carried this year.
And it looks to me like was getting
stronger as he
into
went
the
on.
game as he went on, right?
Yep.
Well, it has got to be, Tommy, a pretty scary thing to a defense when they know that there's a ball carrier, there's people on that other team across the ball from you that every time they touch the ball, they're capable, no matter where they are on the field, of ending up in the end zone with it. Yeah.
Yeah, one of those runs during that series, Creasy carried two guys on his back for about 5 yards before they brought him down for a 13-yard gain.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, LaVartrell Creasy is a football player.
Yes, he is.
He is he's a stud, man. He is a football player. So.
All right. Ooh, he was nailed.
And that was Creasy?
That was Creasy.
Yeah.
Just what you talking about, Byron.
Yep, he's right on cue, isn't he?
Right on cue. All right, this clock will start and stop. Won't stop. It's a 35-point lead. So once it starts, it'll be running continuously. And let's see when they're going to start it. I would have thought they would have. All right, they're going to wait for the snap of the ball to start it. Caroline's got the ball on their own 31-yard line.
Play clock's going to expire.
Yep, there it is.
There it
Delay
is
of
again.
game.
It's unexpired.
Delay
Another
of
penalty
game.
against Caroline for delay of game. You say that's 9 or 10 delay of game penalties, Tommy?
At least 10 now. Yeah. Morales has come in for the Lions on defense. Some of these guys getting a chance to play now.
Yep.
Straight back. The lefty throws. Got his man over there. Going to be a gain of about 7.
That was number 19 that caught that one, Tommy.
I'm going to tell you what, Tommy, that young man can throw the football.
Yeah.
He can throw it, man. I mean, that one was on a line. It was an 8-yard game, but he threw it 20 yards, and he threw it on a rope, man.
He did that.
He's got an arm.
You're going to throw it again. Being rushed, and he's tripped up, brought down, lost about 3 or 4 yards.
I think his own man's leg was out there and got him.
3rd and 5 across the way. Clock running. This one's winding down. We got 30 seconds to go. This will be, in all likelihood, the last play of the football game. Louisa advances to the semifinal rounds of the region to play Huguenot next Saturday.
They got to do one play.
All right. This will do it. Morris back to pass. Airs it out down the field.
Incomplete.
Not one do it. Well, it's
And it runs
yeah,
out.
the final score tonight. Louisa Lions 42, Caroline Cavaliers 7, and a ball game that was a whole lot closer than that final score was.
Yeah, I mean, you're taking a 14-7 game at halftime, and Louisa, we talked about it. Louisa got the ball first in the second half. We said, well, they need to come out and get something going, and they took that to heart, because I'm sure that's exactly what their coaching staff was telling them. And they came out and just really completely dominated the second half of tonight's football game to walk away with a win with a final score of 42-7.
All right. And the Lion faithful will go home happy tonight and be ready for next Saturday when they play the Falcons of Huguenot, who are a one-loss team this year, and a defense that the coach said is the best defense in the state.
Yeah, well, he might very well be right, because you talk about the fact that they've given up 30 points in the last 10 games.
Right.
So what, 50 points for the whole season, basically.
Right.
And that's now in 11 games. And you got to figure some of those points may have been against their non-starters potentially. So that's very, very impressive.
No question about that. And we're really down to the nitty-gritty when we play next Saturday. No question about it, because two of the best teams in the state will be colliding right here in the jungle next Saturday.
Yeah, and in the region, and it doesn't always work like this, but the 4 teams that we thought would win in this region all won, and they all won by, in the end, by
big margins.
By big scores. That's right.
Yep.
By big margin. Exactly right. So.
All right, Tommy, you got some stats for us?
Yeah, some quick things to just look at. First half, Hyder was 12 carries for 44 yards. Second half, he was 13 carries for 125 yards, so 169 yards on the ground. He had 2 receptions for 43 also.
Yeah, he showed he can go out and
So he
receive
was-
the ball. I'm sure the Michigan coaches are smiling about that.
Yeah, so he had over 200 yards.
Had
of-
over
of
200 offensive
Right.
yards himself there.
Right.
The other one I wanted to point out was Larvitel Creasy. 4 carries, 48 yards in the first half. Second half, 4 carries, 44 yards. He had 8 carries for 92 yards.
Yeah.
Right. So he's averaging almost 12 yards a carry.
Yeah.
I tell you, he's a weapon.
Yeah, he is that. Creasy's a football player, Byron. And now these two teams who are not even in the same district, one Battlefield, one Jefferson, they are gathered together in the center of the 50-yard line in prayer, and that is really great to see.
Yeah, it really is. It's just a fantastic thing that they can go out here for 2.5 hours and knock each other's brains out and just play as hard as they can. And then when the game's over, they can come together and kneel down together and give thanks, as they should be doing. So, yeah, nice to see.
Yeah, Wilson, I was just checking real quick, 9 carries for 43 yards, plus in the air, he had 4 for 7, and 31 and 43 is 50.
31 and
4,
43.
53?
You said 31 and 43?
Oh, 31 and 43, yeah.
74.
So 74.
So he had 74 yards passing to go with his. So he was right at 100 yards of total offense, too. Wilson was. And it was good to see him pop up. I say he looked like he really had something bad or wrong with it.
Yeah, that was a little scary when he first got up.
Because usually a cramp, you're going to lay down and put your leg up in the air. And he was hobbling. He was doing the bunny hop out there.
And Louisa did just what they needed to do. They wanted to win this ball game tonight and not have to play Carter, and they did it.
Right.
And let's hope he's 100% next week.
Well, he's got the extra time now and to heal up and get well. So, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's got a couple days now before they'll be back practicing as a team. So let's hope. But, the word that we were kind of getting tonight, Dickie, was that if they absolutely had to have him, that maybe he could go.
Right.
But it didn't get to that, and I don't think Coach Patrick wanted any parts of putting him out there on the field tonight. So I'm glad that it worked out that way, that they did not have to do that.
Yep.
Because they're going to need everybody.
We're going to need everybody 100% next week when Huguenot comes here. No question about that.
All hands on deck next week.
The one thing about Hyder tonight, Caroline had a plan to tackle him low.
Right.
And they succeeded in that for quite a while. But all it took was once or twice for him to get away from that ankle tackle, and he was gone.
Yeah, if you could ever get into the second, through that initial line of scrimmage into the secondary, most of the time when he hits the secondary, he's gone.
Yeah, and I really, really, really like the idea of, they threw those 2 passes to him tonight. I really like that. Okay, because if you can get it to him and he's already out on the edge a little bit, now you give him the ability to put his talents to work out on the perimeter like that. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if we don't see some more of that going forward.
The one catch that he made one-handed over the back of his head, he sat there and he was fake two coming out of the backfield, and he just shot down about 10 yards and then turned and has the ball and boom.
Yeah, he's a talented football player. That's for absolute certain.
I think we'll see some things next week we haven't seen from Louisa this year.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, and having Carter there, it just
Right.
it changes the dynamic of the team because to your point earlier, Dickie, that defensively you're sitting there tonight and you're going, well, we don't have to worry about number 1 because he's not even out here.
Right.
Number 5's the guy.
Right.
We got to stop number 5. And for half the game,
They did.
a little over, they did.
Yeah.
They did.
12 carries, 44 yards.
Yeah.
Yep.
That doesn't even that's
Yeah,
not 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, do you think if you asked the Carolina coach before the game, would you be happy at halftime if he's carried 12 times and has 44 yards? I think he would have said
I
yes.
think so too. Their game plan in the first half worked to perfection, actually.
Yes, it did.
And then the second half, when Louisa got the second half kickoff and went down the field and scored, that's when everything changed.
Right,
Yep.
right.
And I think Byron's point is well taken. I think Louisa's offensive line just wore them out, especially in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, so we know how. Look at your information there, Dickie, and tell everybody who's going to be playing who next week.
All right, Dinwiddie defeated Hanover. I think the final score was 49-14. Huguenot beat Spotsylvania 52-10, and Varana beat Cortland 47-6. And of course, Louisa won tonight 42-7. So Louisa is the 2 seed. They will play Huguenot, the 3 seed. Varana is the 4 seed. They will travel to Dinwiddie, play Dinwiddie, the 1 seed. These 4 powerhouse football teams that everybody's been talking about all year long. Well, they're down to the nitty-gritty now because that's all that's left in this region is these 4 powerhouse football teams. And this is high school football at its best, Baron.
Absolutely it is. And, you know, if you said, well, I'm going to go to a football game, I'm not sure what game I want to go to, you could flip a coin between those games and see a heck of a football game.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't mind watching that Dinwiddie Varana game myself
Right.
to see that.
Right.
But that'll be a very, very interesting game. And, you know, it's fortunate from Louisa's standpoint. I mean, we got a heck of a team that we got to play, but between Varana and Dinwiddie, should Louisa win one more game, at least we don't have to play both of those other teams.
That's right.
We just have to play one of them. So,
That's right.
Well, it's going to be interesting in the jungle. The daytime, you know where the line's at.
Yep. And I remember a Saturday game that we had here once before with Powhatan. That
Yes.
was a classic, Tommy.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
I think it was Coach Mendenhall from UVA was down here watching that.
That was a classic.
yep. Yeah, that was a good football game. That was the state semifinals
Right.
that year. So, yep.
Great crowd.
And this one will be regional semifinals between Louisa and Huguenot.
All right, final thoughts, Byron?
You know, we got done what we needed to get done, and I think that, you know, when you looked at the first half and say, well, they're a little out of sync, they look a little bit off or whatever, they got it together in the second half. They came out and they dominated the second half. And plus, to Dickie's point, they got Dazier Carter got his rest, and they didn't have to put him in the game. And as far as we know, nobody else got nicked up or dinged up tonight as far as, you know, hampering them playing next week. So should be ready to go.
Dickie?
Blackboard material.
Blackboard material.
When you got a coach for the other team that says, we got the best defense in the state, that's blackboard material. Let's see how that defense plays when they come into the jungle next Saturday afternoon.
And my final thoughts, looking at tonight, this was a true team effort all the way. The offensive line was trying to open those holes. They finally got some opening up in the second half. The defensive secondary had a couple of blips in it, but other than that, they played well. And then your stars, the ones that were available tonight, showed up when they needed to. I got a text message right after halftime saying it's Hyder time now. And that's what it became in the second half.
That's right. Yep.
Over 200 and some yards total offense, rushing and catching the ball. So next week, we don't know the time, I don't think, unless 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
According to our engineer here, he knows
Saturday at
he's
1.
got an inside source.
That's right. That's right. And what a football game that should be here next Saturday afternoon. Yes.
It'll all be Saturday at 1 and 2.
Final thoughts from you, Andrew?
Show up on Saturday.
Show up on
Big
Saturday.
game.
Now, you better show up Friday night. May not be any parking spaces Saturday. All right. This is Tommy Nelson, Dickie Purcell, Byron Melhalf. I was always ready to call you Blake again. So.
Hey, I answer to a lot of things.
The final here tonight, Louisa 42, Caroline 7. Good night, everyone.